Hey, what is up, collecting crew? This is Hot Talk episode 9. We're on episode 9. I'm Jay Feezy, and this is Feezy's Figures. Thank you for joining on this evening. If you are watching live, I appreciate you coming through. I know it's being here on the West Coast. It's pretty late for the rest of you over there, including for my guests here that have joined me on this episode. But I appreciate you coming through regardless, and then anyone watching the replay. So this, for those of you not familiar, this is a video series where I talk about the latest Hot Toys news, announcements, releases, sometimes teasers, and maybe some other miscellaneous things related to Hot Toys. In this episode, though, we got 4 figures to talk about. One release, and three announcements. One of them we just got last night. So this is within the past week we got these figures. So as always, timestamps will be in the description below after the stream if you want to jump to any figure in particular, save you some time, just kind of jump around. And then links to my guest socials will also be in there after the stream as well. You can also check out the Friends of the Channel section, and you can find their YouTube links in there as well. So thank you all for tuning in. And with that, let me go ahead and bring in my guests. Joining me, I think this is actually the same panel I had last week, which is awesome consistency. We got stepping back on the scene, Xman Supreme, Superior Beam, and Blu Tattu. What is up, gentlemen? Yo. Yeah, there we go. Hey. I was telling Xman Supreme, yeah, the Heisman, Xman, or the Al Bundy. I was telling Xman Supreme backstage that every time he comes on, he's always rocking something new. The fit, and I noticed the gear this time. I was like, oh man, yeah, that's pretty clean, man. Nice. You said you just got that, right?
Yeah, well, I got like a couple of months ago, but it's finally time to wear it. Like I can actually, it's cold enough.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed, I was telling him, I first thought it was, obviously Robin, reminding me of Robin, but then, I saw the E, and then he confirmed it was from the M&M shop. It was one of M&M's superhero costumes. It's Alias, right? What does he have? Doesn't he have a name for that, or no?
Yeah, it's Rat Boy.
Rat Boy, that's right, yeah. Yeah. What is it? Well,
I was thinking Edward
Nigma. And Edward, yeah.
Edward Nigma.
Yeah, I could double that. Edward Enigma. Blue Beam, how you guys doing?
Good, man. How are you? Doing good.
Good, man. Beam, man, you're we're kind of mentioning backstage you rearranged your room.
Oh, yep,
I did.
Good, man. Did some
good.
rearranging. So yeah. Finally got my bar set up that I wanted. So that's on this shelf here. Multiple IPs.
Yeah.
I got the dude there. I got Arthur Morgan next to him over here.
Dude.
Jackie Chan's washed out by the lights. He's right back there on the couch. And then I got Cable, Wolverine, and Deadpool in the middle. And then my Good, the Bad, the Ugly guys back there. So
nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, you sent those pictures. That was awesome setup there. It was really cool.
Yes. It was fun.
I always love to see when collectors get creative with their figures. They kind of mix and match. And, I know Michael Elliott does that too sometimes. And, there's some others who kind of combine them. So yeah, good stuff, man. Thanks for sharing that. All right, gentlemen, you guys ready to get right into it?
Yeah.
I know we'll save some time, and hopefully, if you guys are up for it later on, we'll get in a round of Feezy's 20. But we'll see how we go, and I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to do this. So first up, of course, no, I can't jump into it right. First, I got to address the chat. Of course, I can't forget it. But my peeps in the chat, for those tuning in now, thank you for coming through. First, again, there you go. SpongeBob Square Balls Classy Thomas, man. I love to see you here each time. I know you were here last week, first one, so appreciate you coming through. Good evening, Feezy says. Good evening, Classy Thomas, man. Hopefully, eventually, we'll get you on here whenever you're ready. Just let me know. And, we'll get you on one of these streams. I know, like I said, it might be later for you, but if it works, it works. Just let me know. Field of Burn in the house. Another regular coming through. Appreciate you, man. Every time you come through, appreciate it. Hello, everyone, it says. Field of Burn, and then Xman Supreme doing double duty, of course. Hey, Duder. Yeah. All right. And then for those, we may get some additional coming in, and then I'll address those when they come in. But I appreciate you those watching currently live with us here. Okay. All right. With that being said, here we go. First up on the list. Let's see, where am I at? We got here at the stage, I am Revan. Revan his way onto the scene. We got Darth Revan here. Let's see here. So this one, where am I at? So 270 USD. This is obviously already released. This is the one and only released figure that we're gonna be talking about today in this stream. And this was it's another one that came out pretty sooner, I guess not too much sooner, because it was scheduled or expected to come out Q1, Q2 of next year. So maybe like about a month on the early end. And this was actually announced April of this past year of 2024 here. So yeah, this was another one that had somewhat of a quick turnaround. So yeah, it was kind of surprising. I know you guys here on the panel, I've already discussed previously that it's probably due to not having a head sculpt, so I'm sure that helps also. Mm-hmm. But to those who aren't familiar, so this one comes with 6 hands, and then this is kind of weird. In the description, it said a pair of metallic copper armbands, also a pair of metallic gray copper boots. So I don't know if that's referring to just a paint or if they're actually metal, because I watched a review or two and they didn't mention that in the review. But I don't know. Do you guys know? Is that actually just the paint or is it actually metal?
Not a clue. That'd be crazy if it was, though.
Yeah. And so yeah, let me know in the chat or here in the comments, or maybe I might find out after the stream too. But so far the reviews I've seen, they didn't mention it. But yeah, it's weird that they would word it like that in the description. It just says metallic, rather than it didn't say metallic painted, or so usually they put in the word paint or painted or something like that, or coating. But yeah, so I don't know if they just left that out or what. But wired hood. So there's of course the hood with his glove. With his cloak or his robe has a wire in it. And then the 2 sabers with the standard, dynamic Star Wars lightsaber effects. So the static, you have the still, and the swooshing effect, and then they're both USB powered, I believe. Yeah, right. I remember seeing USB powered. So, yeah, a little background on this one. So, like others have mentioned, I'm in the same boat as others where I knew little about this character. I just saw how badass he looked, and it's unique, a different kind of look to Star Wars. I mean, yeah, we do have Kylo Ren and Vader, obviously masked characters, but this one, I don't know, just had a different look, another masked figure that's kind of different from those. And so yeah, this one I locked in. I pre-ordered this one. This one's coming home, but I didn't know too much about it. I have heard of him, but I've never played the game. So this character is based on the game. So this is a VGM series, right? So this is based on Knights of the Old Republic, and that was a BioWare game that I think that came out in like 2003, and they did a sequel. So there was Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, and then after that they came out with Star Wars: The Old Republic, I believe, which was a continuation of Knights of the Old Republic 2. Is that correct? Is that right?
I think kind of like a successor, kind of. There was supposed to be a KOTOR 3, and it never happened because I think it's because BioWare, they took the contract from them or something like that. And there's this whole thing where it's just yeah. There's a lot of crap behind the scenes of making these games, and
right, yeah,
yeah,
sure, it usually is. So yeah, I don't know if that was actually a secret or not, but this here specifically was branded the Old Republic, right? And they had that in. We'll go through some of the photos here, and I do remember seeing the Old Republic on here. So I think it's based on his. Yeah, right here, for example. It says the Old Republic in there. And this game came out in 2011. And for those who aren't familiar with that game, it's a multiplayer online RPG, multiplayer online. So MMO RPG. And I never got into it. Like I said, I never played it, and that wasn't really my type of game, so I didn't get into it, but I know a lot of people did, and that's where his kind of lore. And then from there spawned, there's comics. Others have mentioned comics. There's, I think, different lines of comic books, and then he had his expansion to the game. So yeah, there's some precedence from there, but I don't think a lot of people are aware. The common Star Wars fan, the casual Star Wars fan, I don't think would know about this. I sure didn't, because like I said, I did my research before because I knew nothing about this, and I was curious, and so yeah, come to find out he was in all this, all the games and things like that. But yeah, either way, it's good to have that background for others who didn't know about that either, like I did, coming into this. But either way, I can go over a little more with his story because he does have a badass story. But I'll pause there and I'll kind of hear your guys' thoughts on this and who's picking this up. So yeah, I'll turn it over to you guys. Anyone want to give their thoughts on this figure here?
Sure.
I played Knights of the Old Republic for a little bit. I didn't get too far into it, but It was a fun game while I did play it. I didn't get as far as knowing who this character was, but
Okay.
He looks badass, and a lot of people talk up this character up a lot. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure when I'm gonna get it, but I do plan on getting it just because of this. He does look badass. He's very Maul-like.
Yeah.
It's just different. It's different Star Wars, so it's cool to have. It's one of those niche Star Wars characters to have in your collection. So eventually I'll get him in, but not currently.
Gotcha. So it's kind of one of those like low priority figures. If you maybe see it on a sale or something, or it's still available down the line, you'll get them.
Yeah, definitely later down the line I'll get him. Even if he isn't on
Okay.
sale, I'll get him.
Gotcha. Man, real quick, just kind of pause and appreciate. Look at the detail and the weathering and the pitting on his armor here.
Yeah,
That is
that's
badass.
awesome.
Kind of similar to like Balin's. Balin's had similar on his pauldrons, and some of his armor had some like weathering and pitting on there. Also, he had more like kind of pitting on his, but his like dents look like actually they have scratches and battle scars on here. That's awesome. Blue, you were gonna say your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I didn't play the game, but I knew who he was. And I got him on order. I got him with the coin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. But I think I got the coin with him and Starkiller, and then I think I don't got any more coins. But
that was it.
he's pretty cool. I'm not huge on multiplayer online games. I'm more like single player,
Right. Yeah.
that
Same.
type of thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I've always wanted to play this game, but I haven't. But yeah, he's badass. I'm gonna have him when I get him in. I'm gonna have him beating the crap out of Kylo Ren.
Nice. That would be a badass showdown, a badass display there. Have them go head to head there.
Hell yeah.
Xman, what are your thoughts on this one? Xman.
Man, I have so many thoughts on this one.
Let's hear them.
Because like I've been playing Knights of the Old Republic and the sequel once every year or 2 years since they were released, and I love them. I love these games so much. Like Revan is such an important character in like Mandalorian lore.
Yeah.
Because like the whole thing with him was, the Mandalorians were getting a little too greedy with their conquering of worlds, and the Jedi weren't doing anything. And Revan's like, this is crap, and we need to do something about it. So Revan organized, his own group of Jedi, and they went out and they handled it. Revan handled it. Revan was a brilliant military leader, brilliant tactician. He was one of the most renowned just Jedi, and he found this helmet after some Mandalorians rolled through some joint, and he put it on. And he's like, I'm not gonna take this off until we handle these fools. So he put on the helmet. This was some female dead Mandalorian's helmet that he found, and he put it on, and he started leading his folks, and he took out Mandalore and did all this crazy stuff. And then like they went out like past the outer rim, like the uncharted places, trying to find some like unknown evil, and he found it. And then he came back as Darth Revan. Like they got him, and he came back with his homeboy Malik, and they started wrecking shop on the galaxy. Like he brought the Sith up to just ridiculous power, and the whole game is centered around you're this build your own character person, and by the end of the game, spoiler for a 20-year-old game, by the end of the game you realize that you were Revan the whole time. And they had taken your memories and messed them up, and they were using you to try to figure out where his main powerful weapon was and how to destroy it and stuff. It's a crazy story. It's an awesome story. Revan is just the most badass dude, And yeah, man, and like the whole thing about there's lore between like KOTOR and somewhere in like the MMO. I didn't play that, but like he ended up basically being used as like a force battery for like 300 years by this other dude. And they finally freed him, and then some other stuff. It's crazy lore with this guy. This guy is so ridiculous. Like, it took me probably 20 years to find a suitable Revan helmet that I liked.
Oh, nice. You got one.
Yeah, like because it's a very low bit rate graphic game, the original.
Yeah.
And you don't get it like you see his helmet, but it doesn't look, it's not really distinguishable, from the details of it. And like there's so many different Revan masks and helmets out there that people have made. And the one that I got was basically based off of the teaser that they made like 4 years ago for the KOTOR remake, which still hasn't happened and probably never will at this point. But no, it's a brilliant helmet. It looks very similar to this. So who knows if that means anything at all. But this is the dude. His lightsabers are awesome.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna stop because I love this dude. This is my favorite Star Wars character right here.
Yes.
Oh, is it? Okay.
This is my favorite.
Followed
by Ahsoka.
Yeah. Yeah, I can only imagine the excitement you had when this was announced and how hyped you were.
Oh yeah. And there's been a lot of fan casting for like Keanu Reeves to play Revan.
I heard about that. Yeah.
And I know Six Scale Kawu, when he did his review of Revan, he already had the new John Wick, so he put that the neck and the head fit on there, and it looks like every fan art that has ever been made of Keanu as Revan is crazy. But yeah, like his whole family line following him was like nuts. Like there's a character called Satil Shan, who was like a Grand Master of the Jedi Order. She's like his great granddaughter or some such. Great. She's so many down the line from him. But yeah, dude, this is a sick ass character, man. I'm glad they finally made him.
Yeah, when I was reading on it and all that history just kind of made me look forward to him even more because, like you said, I was kind of reading up on him and kind of to summarize what Xman was just saying. So he was initially a Jedi, right? He grew up and he was trained as a Jedi. And Xman, you can correct me here on any part, but he was initially a Jedi. And then he kind of was more active during there was like the Mandalorian Wars, and he wanted to intervene and get something done. He didn't have a mask initially, but then like Xman was saying, like during one of the battles, he picked up one of a mask from a fallen Mandalorian and he put it on, and then he vowed that he wasn't going to take it off until, like Xman said, that he got rid of all the Mandalorians to stop their ways. Then he ended up going dark side. Him and his friend Malik, who I'm sure you guys heard of, Darth Malik, right? And that became his apprentice. And then towards the end, he ended up going back to the light side, and so it was kind of like a flip flop there. So then he ended up becoming a Jedi towards the end. Which and by the way, for time frame, this was about just under like 4,000 years prior to A New Hope, to give you some reference. So that was Knights of the Old Republic when that took place, and then 300 years after that. So 300 years, so we're about like 3,600-ish years before A New Hope. That's where the Old Republic took place, and that's like the third game in that series. So to kind of just give you a reference, but. Going back to the whole light side thing, so I know I've seen and I've heard that there's a version actually of Revan with white robes, and I think that's supposed to be his light side, right? His Jedi Knight.
Yeah. Like at the end of KOTOR, you're in like his space station that he created, and there's this area where you get like robes made, and if you're following the light side path, you get these Jedi robes, and they're basically this, but white. Right. And like the bronze stuff is all shiny, and you don't get his helmet unless you have like a mod, but you get all the other stuff. Yeah. And then like,
so I have seen
Black Series made like a figure of it.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's the one I have actually. I actually have that Black Series figure. So that's how I was aware of it initially. And so then I realized when I was reading through, like, oh, hey, maybe Hot Toys might do a variant of this in that white robe form. Of course, they'll probably be exclusive because not a lot of people know about it. I think his only appearance was in the game, aside from if you want to not count the Black Series figure. But I think that was the only time he appeared with white robes was in the game, right, Xman?
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
In the books and the comics, he was wearing just regular robes or
these black robes. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, and I saw this photo, and I didn't know that this was a possibility. So, like, I guess you can actually connect them. Did he do that at all in the game, or?
Yeah, that's weird. Comics? I don't know about that because, like, that's not really because in the game you could have whatever lightsabers you wanted, right? You could have double bladed lightsabers. You could have whatever colors, and I guess technically speaking, you could give him a double bladed lightsaber. I don't know if these are actually connected together or if they just did that for the blogger photos, just like a callback to that playability. Yeah, it certainly wasn't these lightsabers. Like, really, what it was the purple one was his regular light side, lightsaber. Oh, right. And then this was the one after he went back to the light side, and then the red one was, his Darth Revan lightsaber. And you really just kind of, it's whatever part of the lore you want to choose to believe or whatever. Right, if he has both or just one, but yeah, man, it's cool either way.
So overall, this just made me look forward to his character even more, like even more. I like the fact, again, the armor looks awesome, the details and the paint, the weathering on there, that looks badass. Of course, is the Mandalorian helmet. You kind of get it like a Mandalorian Jedi, which I'm trying to think. In the lore there was one before, but I think this would be the first figure in figure form, right, that we get. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, but different colored lightsabers there, that which is badass. Yeah, this character just looks cool, man. And this was coming home, so I'm looking forward to it. Now it's just a waiting game, right? So is collecting. So is the life of a collector. It's a waiting game. Yeah, exactly. Let me address the chat here. See what everybody else is thinking. Clinton Martin in the house. Howdy, folks. What is up, Clinton? Thank you for coming through, man. Hopefully you're doing well. Aunt Jemima also coming through again. Appreciate you. It's always good to see you in here, man. And good evening, guys. Let's see. Says Aunt Jemima. Phil DeBurn, yep. Don't collect Star Wars, but this looks nice. Yeah, no, man. I think, even if I wasn't a Star Wars fan, I would probably still think this looks badass. So I'm right there with you. But this one's coming home. I had to pull the trigger on this one. Commander Green in the house. Hey, everybody. Just wanted to stop by before I crash for the night and say have a good stream. I appreciate that, Commander Green. Thank you for coming through. And hopefully you're able to catch the replay if you can or when you get a chance. But either way, I appreciate you coming through just to stop by and say hi. Have a good night, good sir. Ben Thomas, Mr. LGN himself. Hey, everyone, what is up? Ben Thomas. And for those that aren't aware, of course, Ben Thomas does his stream usually every Sundays. I know he takes a break off here and there to, I think he's on a break right now, actually, to just kind of have some quality time to himself. But when he comes back, the Ben Thomas Show, Let's Get Nuts, every Sunday. So he's in the Friends of the Channel section as well. Be sure to check him out. Show him some love if you haven't already. Let's see here. Let me see. Oh, Geo, also another friend of the channel. Geo, the movie canon in the house. What is up, Geo? Hopefully you're doing well. Good, sir. We gotta get you. Yeah, also on the stream here sometime. I know it's scheduling is just scheduling the challenge. Same for me trying to get on your stream. So, but yeah, whenever you can, man. Clinton Martin, can't wait to pay this off. Yep, another eager Revan fan here. Let's see. Tremble Dust, a legend himself. Salutations. He says, salutations, good sir. What up, Tremble? Thank you for coming through. Lane Kramer, another legend. Hey, guys, how you doing? What is up, Mr. Kramer? Thank you for coming through. Let's see. Yep, and I got everybody giving props to each other. Yeah, glad to see it, man. I love to see you guys talking and engaging in the chat there. So, yeah, keep that going. All right. So anyone got any more thoughts on Revan here before we go on to the next figure? Anyone else want to say anything else about this one? We'll take that as a new. But yeah, so Revan, like I said, $270 USD. And I think last I sold he was still available there on Sideshow. I don't think he was, well, that was just Sideshow. But so something tells me he'll be readily available there. All right, so going on to the next one here. Now we're going on to the announcements. First one up here. I think we all saw this coming because they teased this at over the summer, one of the summer conventions. I forget which one it was, but this is the Scorched Alien, or Scorched Xenomorph, I should say, from Alien Romulus here. So we got where are we at? So this is also up for pre-order. 305. No, I should say this is up for pre-order. I think I said Revan was up for pre-order, or is still available to order there. So Scorched Alien, 305 USD. This one was set to come out the end last quarter of next year, Q1 2026. So Q4 2025 to Q1 2026. And we got multiple aliens, and so I'm going to go over those as I usually do. Kind of throw up and do some comparisons, or kind of bring up the similar characters of the past, Hot Toys past. Christmas coming up, so you got the Hot Toys Ghost Christmas past that we'll visit. This one's standing. This one's a tall one here, so this is standing at just over 17 inches, so 17.3, 44 centimeters, and the articulation is kind of minimal on this one. But for those of you who have Hot Toys Aliens figures, are already aware of this. But for those of you who are new to the game, or new collecting Hot Toys, or don't have an alien figure like I don't, like me, that's kind of minimal. So 20 points of articulation, and we'll kind of do a comparison of the previous ones. Apparently that's kind of similar to what the previous aliens were. But this one comes with 2 interchangeable translucent carapaces. Is that how you say that? I don't even use that. That's like the first time I ever used that word in my life.
I think it's carapaci.
Carapaci. A bendable tail. It has an embedded wire in it. 8 hands, an articulated face hugger, and an LED light up dial base with alien goo accessories. It says 4 accessories, so I'm guessing it's alien goo that comes on it, and we'll take a look at that. But yeah, I'm guessing because it says accessories, those can be removed. So I'll touch on that when we get to that. But right off the bat, man, the detail on this alien figure, or the Xenomorph, looks badass, man. It's just kind of just looking through this, and the coloring looks awesome. I like the translucent skull here up front, towards the front there on the carapace. Yeah, carapace, yeah. Look at this, man. Look at the texturing, even on the parts where there isn't really any kind of dashes or ridges, just like the textures on this, and the contrast to the smooth head here. Gotta watch how I say pause. Yeah, it just looks badass. This just looks badass, man. The detail is just everything. Yeah, look at this, man. Look at this right here. This is like a good pose right here. I was watching some reviews on the previous Alien or the Xenomorph figures, and in regards to the so it does have the inner jaw that you can extend, and I wasn't sure how that worked, but when I was watching reviews, apparently on the previous ones anyways, there's a kind of a button on the back of the head, which is like about right here where my mouse is, right? And there's like a switch that you slide forward, and that extends the jaw out. And then when you do that, well, the inner mouth extends out, but when you do that, this lower jaw also goes down, right? So this whole part is attached. The lower jaw is attached to the head, and this is like a soft rubber, and so there's no. It's kind of attached that way, and I thought that was more of like there would be a joint here, like some figures when they have an articulated jaw, you can just move it up and down. But this apparently is attached on the previous ones. Again, that was just the previous ones, and so. It was like a rubber material, so it has more of a seamless look. So I'm not sure if this is going to carry on with the same design. I'm guessing it is, because I don't see any joints here on the lower jaw. But yeah, let me see if you zoom in. So yeah, this all looks attached. And I mean, it makes sense, right? Because, with these right here, these attachments, these tendons or whatever these are, that connecting the upper and lower jaw, how else would you be able to do that if this wasn't already like all one piece, right? And this was all some sort of like stretchable material, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was kind of an interesting design, but I don't see the button back here or the tab to slide forward, so maybe it's hidden. I don't know. Either way, maybe. What's that?
So I said maybe.
Oh yeah. I personally am hesitant on this one, and just because I think they may come out with others, and I'll go over why here in a little bit, but yeah, so I didn't get this on pre-order. It does look badass, but I'm kind of waiting at the moment. But I'll turn over to Xman. What are your thoughts on this Xenomorph from Alien Romulus?
I think that it's great when you have a character that lends itself to the use of exposed joints. Because it looks really freaking cool, and the joints aren't a problem.
Right.
As far as the aesthetic goes. Maybe that one little tab right there at the shoulder that you can kind of see. But even that, it's so busy, It doesn't really even, I don't think it even makes that much of a difference. So, it's going to be, you're going to be able to pose it and not worry about it. And that's pretty cool. I am curious about how they're doing the slime jowls there, because I imagine they're doing some Photoshop to cover up the seams or the lines where they probably like go up into the head or whatever it is that it does. Someone was talking about that in a previous stream where like if it was a stretchy material, it would get worn out over time and it wouldn't look right.
Right. Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. The skull, and I've never noticed that before in any of the Xenomorphs. I don't know if that's a new thing or I'm not very well versed in aliens. It's not really my thing, but it looks pretty dope. I think it's cool as heck. It's not for me. Yeah. I'm not getting it, but I like it though. I think it looks really cool. He looks wet and nasty.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Yeah, and see, you can, and I just noticed this one too. So on the previous ones, again, I think you can kind of slide that tab board that I was talking about on the back of the head, and then like his jaw would open a little bit. But on this one, it looks like you can, again, I don't know how they're doing the mechanism this time, but this one looks like you can fully open the jaw without extending the inner mouth in, which is kind of cool. I'm not sure if you can, like I said, I don't have any of the Xenomorph figures from Hot Toys, so I'm not sure how exactly that worked or that's gonna work. But yeah, that's kind of interesting to see how they come up with this. But Blue, what are your thoughts on this one?
It looks great. I just watched this movie yesterday for the first time. It was pretty good. It's been a while since I've seen an alien movie. Man, they make some stupid ass decisions in horror movies, man. I can't stand it. It's like, why are you doing that? Like, stop.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a really good movie. And I don't have any aliens in my collection. And I want those face huggers, man. Those are really cool. And those
surprised you don't have any Xenomorphs in your collection. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I was collecting when those were
gotcha.
released or announced.
Gotcha.
But these guys were practical effects in the movie. It was really cool to see those. They're just crawling around and stuff, and it was awesome. I like I love that base with the bits on there, and that's super cool. I mean, I don't know how it's gonna be like. It's that big triangle base, but it looks really awesome. Yeah.
And what base is this based off of again? No pun intended. There's another base that's similar to this. I can't think of it at the top of my head. Do you guys know? I think didn't they reuse a similar base for something? No, maybe
probably.
Let me know in the chat if they did.
Not
Yeah,
sure.
It looks familiar, but I can't. I mean, obviously, minus the this alien goo
slime.
Yeah, the slime. Yeah, yeah. So I think these can be. I believe these can be removed because they do call it accessories, base accessories in the description. But yeah, LED light up function, like I was mentioning there. Yeah. Are you getting this one, Blue?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, this one's coming up for you. Gotcha. Beam, what about you? What are your thoughts on this? And are you getting this one?
No, I think they did a good job hiding the joints on this figure.
Yeah.
It's going to be massive. It's huge figure. This is the only one, and I don't have any alien Xenomorphs in my collection either. So, but this is the first one in a while that I've maybe I want two, so I can display each carapace.
Yeah.
So
each carapace.
Each carapace.
Yeah.
So, time will tell, but I'm definitely getting one for sure. I think they look great. I know you'd mentioned maybe they might be putting some more out, but I think two of these guys would be awesome, especially once the Predators come out. start coming.
Oh
out.
yeah. I think I heard you mention. I think it was on your stream that you said, yeah, you would have the Predator fighting 2 of these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be
Definitely.
a sick
Or Batman.
Yeah, display. Or Batman. Yep. Or Deadpool. Yeah.
Or Deadpool. Yep.
Yeah, throw anybody in there. Yeah, mix it up. Or have them
Well,
chilling
they
at
fought
the
in
bar
the
too.
comics. They fought.
Yeah.
Batman fought aliens in the comics. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever saw one, but I heard you mention that. Yeah, I don't think I've ever read or saw that comic. But yeah,
I remember.
they come...
I remember Superman versus aliens.
Yep.
I don't remember
Really?
Batman versus aliens. I remember Batman versus Predator. That was sick. That was super cool.
I used to have one of the comics of the Batman versus aliens.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, they put a Xenomorph against everybody, right? An alien versus, I think, everybody and their son at one point. Did they ever
And
do
now
a
it's
Wolverine?
Alien versus.
now they're- Avengers.
Yeah, Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And earlier in the year, they
Yeah,
had
right
Wolverine
now.
versus Predator too. So
Yep.
Oh,
The
they
Alien
did?
versus Avengers is right now going on. They got
Yeah.
2 issues out.
Oh, in the comics, you're saying?
yeah,
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so they did have a Wolverine versus Alien in the comics.
it's. I don't know about Alien, but I do know that earlier this year they did Wolverine
Predator.
versus Predator. I haven't read it yet, and I
Oh,
need
I
to
see.
because that
Okay,
sounds
gotcha.
like a really killer story. Because
It would be.
supposedly, like the Yautja keeps like visiting Earth during different periods of time, and Logan, he lives so long that he keeps running into them during these different visits.
I don't know how
That's
it
crazy.
really lasts
Okay.
against Wolverine, but
Yeah.
maybe it could fight.
I've seen
Didn't
some
the-
panels that look pretty
Bat and the Sun?
ridiculous. Oh, Bat and the Sun did that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
That
did
episode.
Wolverine versus Predator, where they had 2
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, that was pretty neat. That's
It
pretty
was,
cool.
Yeah, so I was looking at I think I mentioned this. He has this alien has 8 interchangeable hands, and then this one here says new joint design, and he's got these like Lemony Snicket's looking fingers here, all kind of like scrunched out. So I wonder in the previous. One of the previous aliens, I think the fingers were articulated or had like a wire in them or something. So I wonder if that's what this is referring to. It doesn't say in the description, but I wonder if because they're long enough, I can see like you would be able to do that, right? So, but I don't know. Yeah. So you got all these kind of twisted
Lemony
hands
Snicket.
and Lemony Snicket hands. Yeah. That's what reminded me of when I first saw that. Yeah.
That's funny.
Or the Nosferatu, like that. I'm trying to think. There's like one like a shadow outline or somebody that had like the long fingernails or long fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Was it Shadow of the Vampire? That was Willem Dafoe.
Oh yeah,
was
really
that
long
too?
fingers.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I remember seeing like a movie poster or something, like a shadow outline with someone with like long fingers. But yeah, I agree. Xman, the joints are hidden well, and that was another difference, at least from the previous Alien, the Alien Hot Toys figure, was that on that figure they used like a suit, like a rubber suit over the body, and so the joints were obviously within the suit. And here it looks like they just kind of removed the suit and it just went back to exposed joints, but they did a good job of actually kind of blending in the joints here. And the articulation seems to be better because of that. But from what I was seeing or what I was reading, the points of articulation are the same on both figures. So they have the previous one had 20 and this one has 20 apparently also. But obviously you're going to get a better range on this one. They say that also in the description. Right, this one's going to have a better range of articulation. I think they say it here in one of the photos, and like especially one of the I think it was at the beginning where they show off the pose that he can do, like this one here, like you can kind of see goes past 90 here. Double jointed, looks like he has double joint. I'm guessing it might be double jointed elbows here, or at least 90, which is good. But yeah,
looks 90,
yeah, right. So this pose alone right here, I don't think the previous Alien you can get this into this pose again because of the rubberized suit. So the articulation was very limited on that one, even though they had about the same amount of the same points of articulation on both of these figures. So yeah, this does look cool though. The detail and the coloring, this looks badass.
I would hope they improve the articulation. It's been how many years since they've done an Alien, and like, come on now, Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Make it a little bit better. Make it 22 points of articulation, something, you know.
Yeah,
Give
right.
something a little
Especially if
better
you're
than
gonna, yeah, you're gonna remove the suit. You might as well just go all in, right? Just kind of,
Yep.
you know, like the figures we've been getting recently have been having 30 points of articulation, and then on average, I think it's about 25 for the average figures. But this one is obviously less than that, so it's 20. So, you know, even then, it's gonna have a little more limited than your average figure. So just keep that in mind for those of you who are thinking about picking this up. So yeah, speaking of having been a while since Hot Toys has done an alien figure, I put these comparison photos up. So let's take a look back. Let's go to Hot Toys, the Ghosts of Hot Toys Past here, and take a look at these the previous alien figures. Let me switch it around here. So the first one, I believe, came out a while ago. This is 2007. This is the MMS 17. That's the Alien Warrior here on the far left from AVP, so Alien versus Predator. And then they did a lot of variations of that alien, the Alien Warrior. There's like so many. I didn't put them all on here, but just because they're either like, you know, kind of slight updates or repaints. So if you guys are interested, I'm sure you can just Google Alien Warrior Hot Toys and you'll get a bunch of search results there. But I just put a couple in here. So that's one of the first ones there on the left. The one in the middle, the MMS 28. This was the grid alien. So if you kind of see, you can kind of look close and you see, see if I can, a grid pattern here on his, on the top of the head there, has like a green grid pattern. So I guess they just named that one the grid alien. Also from AVP, Alien versus Predator. I need to go back and watch that, by the way. It's been a minute, so I don't remember any of these from that movie. Then you have another Alien Warrior from Aliens, right? The second movie, MMS 38, and that's also 2007. So yeah, 2007, I guess they just got the IP and they just went ham. Hot Toys was like, you know what, let's put out every aliens under the sun available, and they just kind of, like I said, they did multiple Alien Warriors. They started with AVP. For some reason, they wanted to do that movie. I guess I can't recall if that movie came out that year. Maybe that's why they started with that. But yeah, so they did a couple of figures from those, and then let's see here. Go on to the next one.
The MMS 38 looked like a McFarlane toy.
Oh yeah, it kind of does, right? Yeah.
You hear that, Mike?
Yeah, or kind of NECA. Yeah, NECA does a lot of the aliens also.
Jeez, 2007. That's like 10 years
right.
before I knew Hot Toys existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that was a while ago. Can you imagine?
AVP was 2004, just for the record.
2004. Okay, interesting. Yeah, thanks for confirming that. So
wow.
yeah, I wonder why they started with that one first. That's interesting there.
That makes you feel old.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
20 years ago. 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And we got MMS 55 here, which came out the year after. This is the Predalien from Alien versus Predator Requiem.
Gross.
Yeah, I know, right? So you can kind of see it takes on the some features of the Predator. You got those like, what is those? What do you call them? The clasp there in front of his mouth. I'm blanking on the word. The pincers on the mouth there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got those kind of like the alien, and you kind of have the dreads coming out from the side, the dread-like hair or tendrils or whatever you want to call those there. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a minute. Also, so you got
the only
the
good thing to
Predalien.
come out of that movie, actually.
With the Predalien.
Yeah. The only cool thing to come out of that movie.
Wish I could agree with that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I heard that was the worst of the two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like
was
it.
worse, yeah.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. AVP was the only good one, like the
better-
first
okay,
one.
The
Gotcha.
first one. The first one.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I need to go back and
Which
watch
is
that
where
one
the grid alien. That's probably the only one I would have picked up, to be honest, if I was collecting back then.
Yeah, that'd be really
Oh,
cool.
really? Is this one here in the middle?
Yeah, because that's the one that got trapped
Gotcha.
in the predator net,
Yep.
and then he tried
Oh,
to
I see. Is
bust
that why he
through.
has the grid on his head?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, it's cool.
Predator
This
net
one's
grab
kind of
him.
all have more like a darker black color, and then it has that green grid on top of it. So yeah, that one does look pretty cool. So then continuing on here, we got the MMS 77, the dog alien from Alien 3, which is I thought that was a pretty cool design in the movie. You know, obviously it the face hugger attached to a dog, hence why it came out having like the stature of a dog, and they call it the dog alien. So it burst out of the dog's chest, and that was the only xenomorph in the movie, which I actually liked. And it was actually I thought that was actually pretty good.
It's okay. Yeah.
David
was all right.
David Fincher movie. So it was
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell like the way it was like directed, but I liked it. It was pretty cool. So that was 2009. MMS 106. This is the one a lot of people I'm sure you've heard collectors refer to as the big chap from Alien. So the first movie, this 2009, and that's on the left here. And it's funny, I was looking through the photos of that figure, and you can kind of tell, obviously they want to mimic the alien in the suit, but in that movie was a guy in a suit, like I forgot the actor's name, but the guy in the suit was just like a big guy walking around in the suit. And so this figure actually kind of looks like that. It looks like somebody in a suit. But it's cool though. The details and the way it looks, the aesthetic was pretty cool. If you're looking for movie accuracy, I think that look pretty close, at least from what I've seen in the photos. And then the recent one, prior to the one we just got announced, was the MMS 354 from 2016. So that was like 8 years ago. We have the Alien Warrior again from Aliens, and so they revisited that one. I guess you want to call that one maybe like what would that be, like a 3.0? But this is the one I was referring to here on the right that had the suit, the rubberized suit over the body, and the joints are inside the suit there, and it had that mechanism behind the head where you slide it forward and the jaw comes out. So it's been 8 years since they've done one. Dang. And so one of the reasons why I personally was holding off, like I mentioned before, is because there was as we've seen, Hot Toys has put out a lot of Alien figures so far, and this wasn't even all of them. Like I said, they did some repaints of the Alien Warrior. So I'm thinking, that was kind of a big push, and they took a break, right? Obviously, we just saw that the 2016 was the last one. So I'm thinking maybe they're going to do another push for a bunch of aliens. They're going to redo all these older aliens, all these older figures. If this new one sells well, they may use that same body and kind of start to revisit some other aliens. Of course, I believe there were other variants within Romulus. I can't recall if they were all the same or if there was like some slight variants.
There's not that one at the end.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, no spoilers. If you haven't seen that. But there's a unique one at the end there. So they can even go back and redo, the alien from Alien, the big chap. They can obviously do another Alien Warrior from Aliens, a dog alien. Obviously, that's all possible. Right? Anything's on the table. Yep. As we've seen from Hot Toys recently. So I'm gonna hold off and wait and see what else Hot Toys brings us. I would like probably one of the Alien Warriors from Aliens, because that's my favorite of the movies of the franchise. So the second one, and this one was probably be a close second here. This Romulus, and then the original Alien. But
and give us another Ripley too. And the Marines as well.
Yeah, the Space Marines.
Ripley needs an update for sure, though. Ripley definitely needs an update.
Yeah, yes. I know a lot of people are anticipating that one, saying that should be an artisan. I personally would be good with the sculpted, just because of how well they're doing their sculpted hair now. And I don't need to pay the artisan price. I'm good with just getting a sculpted. If they did that, if they revisited, right? Ripley 2.0. But I don't know. What do you guys think about how far Hot Toys has come with doing these aliens, and or which one would you like to see them do next, if any, or maybe the ones I don't have listed here? Xman, what do you think?
I think it's all good, man. Like, I was thinking about, I don't remember, because I've watched several of the Alien movies, but like only once. I remember at the end of one there was a weird hybrid of like human and they like had the weird thing on its head. I don't remember if that was that Alien 3?
That was Resurrection, I believe, and I don't think Hot Toys did that one. At least I didn't see it. But right, guys, was that from Resurrection, the one that he's talking about?
It's been
that was like half
long.
Human.
I think it was. Yep. It was Resurrection. Yep, I remember that now.
Yeah, that was
kind of the skull face.
Yeah.
That
would be interesting and horrifying.
So you're saying you would get it?
I wouldn't get. None of these are for me. But
gotcha.
But that would be, that would be something that people don't have.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that would be an interesting one. Halloween for sure. Horrifying. Yep. Beam,
weird
would you still
Pumpkinhead alien.
Yeah, right. I would go put it next to Pumpkinhead. Yeah. Beam, would you want to see a Grid Alien 2.0 then?
I'll take the Big Chap 2.0 for sure.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't mind getting
definitely.
updated Big Chap?
That'd be awesome. Yeah, it's been almost been a while. So
Yeah,
2009. So
no, 25
give us another
years,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't we get a?
Kevin-
Oh, never mind. I was thinking a different friend. I was gonna say Danny Glover. That's Predator. Never mind.
Yeah.
Forget I'm here. I'll see myself out.
Yeah, don't mind me. Yeah.
an updated Big Chap would be cool. Definitely. Other than that, I don't want them to see them do a Queen because that would be way too big.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. Holy
Dude.
shit. I can't even imagine. Yeah.
Right.
I
That would
skipped on
be-
the
How big would that be? She would be bigger than the video game Venom, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, she
Yes.
towers over all these alien warriors, man. She's huge. She's
It'd be
ginormous.
what compared to a
Yeah. That's a
hot
huge
toy, it'd be
scene.
almost like it'd be like a half scale almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh
I passed on
man,
the-
To a 1/6, it'd be like a half scale.
41 inches of Queen. Yeah,
Yeah, Queen.
Wow.
Yeah. Slay
That's
Queen.
too
yeah.
much. That's too much.
Of
Yep.
Queenie.
Something Jazz Inc. should think about doing like
Yeah.
a vehicle, something that large. Yeah.
Oh man, I can't even imagine. Yeah,
Since
I
they do
skipped on
vehicles.
the NECA alien queen, the Xenomorph queen. I was thinking about getting that, but just that alone was already going to take up some shell space, like from head to tail. So I end up canceling that one. Yeah, so I can't imagine the Hot Toys alien queen. Damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue, what about you? Any of these that you'd want to see remade, or any new ones that they haven't made that you'd want?
Yeah, I'd probably go with the Big Chap as well, the original.
Yeah, okay.
I think that'd be really cool to have. Improve the articulation and the suit and whatnot, and I wouldn't mind that that Grid Alien as well. That guy's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like the color scheme on that one. That looked cool.
Yeah.
And it was a cool scene too, if I could add.
Yeah.
Predators, the first time Predators fighting aliens, so it was just cool to see.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Damn, now I really want to go back and see it.
Yeah.
I remember bits and pieces, but yeah, I can't remember everything that happens in there.
What would you guys think about something like? Because I keep thinking about there are incredibly large characters in a lot of these IPs. Like you've got Smaug, you've got stuff like that. Like what would you think of like if they took the alien queen and did like a diorama, and where it wasn't the whole queen, but like maybe just like her head or something, and maybe
That
like
would
her
be cool,
her front legs or something such like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Something that you could still articulate and interact with.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Okay.
think. Like maybe, like from Aliens, right, where the queen was coming. Well, I don't think you. No, you kind of did. Yeah, I was gonna say, if they did something where you see her coming out of the elevator, so they had like the backdrop elevator with just like her head and the hands coming out, I think that would be doable. That'd be pretty sick. And then maybe include that as a deluxe with the power loader with the Ellen Ripley and the power loader set. Oh man, that would be pretty badass. So they can have them fighting
Yeah,
each other.
buddy.
Oh, that would be a sick display. Oh damn.
That'd be a big ass box.
Yeah. Yeah. It would. Yeah, 2-man lift. Yeah. Oh man.
I think a Smaug as well, to be honest with you.
Smaug. Oh, you're like switching IPs completely from Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit.
Dude, his head, like how big was
Well,
Smaug would be the size of your whole damn room if you got like a full like how big was his head compared to he was at least like 3 characters
be
tall in the
gigantic.
head, right?
Ginormous.
Yeah, that'd be
Smaug.
crazy. Like you'd have to have a whole friggin' like garage rack just for his head. That'd be nuts.
well, it says
that
here.
would be nuts.
I had to look it up. It says here that the original Queen Ripley and Newt encounter in in Aliens was 15 feet tall.
Damn.
They are significantly larger and stronger than the normal adults, being approximately 4.5 meters, 15 feet tall. So that would be 2.5 feet in 6 scale.
Oh,
Okay. Well,
6 scale.
I guess
that's
that
not
would-
terrible.
That's
Yeah,
that's
that's not
not
terrible.
that's
It's
not
not too bad.
unimaginable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have the HasLab Galactus, right? And I think that's over 2 feet. So I guess But I mean, I have to have him. He's on top of one of my detolfs. He's so big I can't put him like inside it. So yeah, you would definitely have to accommodate that alien queen if we were to get that. Yeah, that would be huge.
Yeah, get a garage shelf. That'd be cool as hell. I mean, you could have like, I mean, they got the 21 inches of Venom. I mean, you just add a couple more inches, and you got.
You got the queen. Yeah.
Yep.
And then balancing it, right? Because she would definitely need a stand, some sort of stand to hold her up, because like the big ass head, so it would be kind of hard to balance her on her feet. So she would need some sort of support somehow. So
and the eggs, you would need the eggs to go with her. Like,
all around,
little field,
Definitely,
Add an egg or two.
More, eggs and face huggers. Yeah, you'd have to. That'd be good.
Yep. Some crawling out.
Surrounded by her babies.
So it'd just be 30 inches of queen then. That's all right.
Yeah.
I think we can handle that.
Yeah, you can handle 30 inches, let's see. So, just to chat real quick. Tremble just saying that Wolvie versus Predator was cool as shit. Oh, he's talking about the comic. Yeah, okay. There might be something I might have to look into. SpongeBob also kind of weighing in here on the battles here. Wolverine fought members of the Brood, which were very similar. Yeah, I have that.
Cool.
I remember that episode of X-Men, the animated series, where he was the only one that survived, and obviously in the comics, I think because of his healing factor, same. I didn't read the comic, but I remember seeing the animated series, and I have that Marvel Legends actually, where he's in Brood form. It's so badass. Again, one of the reasons why I still collect, and I did start collecting Marvel Legends, because where else can you get a figure of Wolverine in Brood form? It's so badass.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. Yeah.
Yeah, it was badass. Let's see here. Philip Burns saying I should probably watch all the Alien films. Ooh, all of them, man. That's gonna be a binge right there. Yeah. I would say the first 3. Start with those and see how you feel, because I know there's some after that. I don't think it. In my opinion, they didn't probably get as good, but yeah. If you're up for it, man, good luck. Let me know how that goes. All the Alien films. Let's see. Moose Dream in the house. 12-inch Moose Dream. Hello, community collectors. My best figure pickup this week was Carl and Ellie from the movie Up on the Disney Store. It's a big, gorgeous, and a great deal. Oh, wow. Okay, Carl and Ellie. I wonder, are those articulators like a statue, or he says figure? So interesting. But congrats on that, Moose. Yeah.
Nice.
It's another movie. It's another movie that's been a minute since I've seen. Carl and Ellie. At first, I thought there was a typo. I thought I meant Joel and Ellie when I first saw Ellie. When I read it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Does Disney own The Last of Us also?
No, yeah, I know, right? No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they don't.
No, that's
HBO, right? Warner Brothers, or
Warner Brothers. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Oof. Let's see, we got Thule in the house. What is up, Thule, man? Appreciate you coming through. So what's up, gentlemen? Feezy, Robin, yeah. S-Beam and Blu Tattu, yeah. Or Rat Boy. Yeah. Let me see here. Thule saying I just unboxed a Coca-Cola Iron Man an hour ago. Absolutely beautiful figure. Nice, man. Congrats. Cool. Yeah, I got the the red and chrome Mark III Iron Man. Not the one that came out after that one. And that one, yeah. That one's gorgeous also. Love the shine on that one. Bright.
How crazy was that they were talking about having that be an exclusive to like putting so much money in whatever Chinese bank and doing all that, and it was like limited to such a small. That was. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, the Coca-Cola one.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola one.
Yeah,
that was nuts, dude.
20 or something like that, or.
Yeah, some weird.
But that was for like a contest, though. That's why it was limited and had like a special dial base, and so that's why it was branded. It wasn't like in partnership with Coca-Cola, and so they had like 20 to give out, and then then later on they came out with that red and chrome one. I think it was they altered it or they removed a base or something. Yeah, and they just
that was a nuts amount of money too, though. Like how many? Some millions of dollars equated to? I don't remember exactly, but it was. I was thinking that's the kind of money I'll never have in my life. Wow, that's
cool. Yeah, those were going for a penny there, but then no one saw that they were, or no one. I don't think people weren't expecting for them to come out again, which is like a different base, I think, that other red and chrome one. But yeah, congrats on the pickup there, Thule. It sounds like you're enjoying it. So
yeah, dude,
awesome. SpongeBob Square Balls here saying I like the traditional alien with the long smooth head. It is the most elegant, but I think my favorite is the queen. Yeah, man, I can't argue with you there. And I think actually someone called that alien elegant, right? In one of the movies, I want to say, like it was like a beautiful, elegant, like creature or something like that. Or I think they had it the similar description here. Trimble Dust is headed now, so you got to get some Z's later, fellas. Later, Trimble Dust. Appreciate you coming through, man. As always. Yeah, no matter how long you say. Thanks for coming through, man. Let's see here.
At 2.5 feet, they could do it, man. The Queen, I'm telling you.
The Queen, yeah. Yeah.
They could if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm. They're not, but they could.
They're not going to. Moose Stream saying, I have Ripley from Alien from Hot Toys that I bought cheap in March 2023. So I also have an Alien and Alien's NECA quarter scale. Wow, they are monsters. Yeah, I don't doubt that, man. Quarter scale, where we were talking about, like, I gave up my NECA Alien Queen, like just the 7-inch one, and you're getting quarter scales? Man. I bet those look awesome, though. I bet they look awesome. Christian Crosshair Cooper in the house. What is up? Mr. Cooper is what's good, guys? What's good? Crosshair Cooper, man. Thank you for coming through. Let's see here where I'm at. Yeah, appreciate all you guys keeping the chat active and coming through here. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Oh yeah, Feel the Burn saying I'm getting the Syndicate Collectibles 1/6 Pumpkinhead. I know we mentioned Pumpkinhead earlier. That is alien-like. Yeah, I think I covered that in a previous figure lowdown, and that figure looks awesome. Yeah. So for those of you looking for a Pumpkinhead 1/6 scale, Syndicate Collectibles is might interest you. They're also doing a 1/12 scale if you want a smaller scale on that as well.
Nice.
Jazzy in the house. What is up, my guy? Jazzy coming. Thank you for coming through. Hopefully you have a good night, sir. I think he's also based in Cali, so it's not too late for him. And as well as Renz, the talented Renz Tolentino. Good evening, everyone. Hit that like button. Appreciate that, Renz. If you guys aren't familiar with Renz, one of the great artists in the community out there, go out and check out his Instagram, Renz Tolentino. I'm sure if those of you in the community have obviously heard of him, but if you're new to the community, yeah, just check out his work. He does some good stuff, man. So thank you for coming through, Renz. Appreciate it, and Jazzy as well. All right. Anyone got anything else on the Scorched Xenomorph before we go on to the next one?
No, hopefully more to come.
Nope.
Hopefully. Yep.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what else they come with. Like I said, because they went on that streak in 2007 where they just unloaded. 2007, 2008, I had all those aliens. So I'm thinking that might be coming up again. So just for those of you who are also on the fence with this Scorched Xenomorph, just keep that in mind. Yeah, we may see more. Whether those will come as exclusive variants or not, I don't know, but we shall see.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not. All right, switching it up, going from sci-fi to action adventure here with Marvel. Speaking of shiny Iron Man, we have the Hot Toys exclusive Iron Patriot. So last I checked, this hasn't gone up for pre-order yet, but let's see, Secret Base. So Hot Toy Secret Base, taking into account the sideshow markup, which I usually do about 25% ish. This may be coming in around 446 USD when it comes to sideshow. So just kind of be prepared for that if you're interested in this one. Like I said, last I looked, it hasn't gone up yet. You can RSVP though on sideshow for this, and it will be exclusive there. So most likely other retailers won't have it outside of Hong Kong, except for sideshow. Limited to 3,000. So it's a little more than what we usually see from previous exclusive. I know they're either 2,000 or 2,500, but this one's 3,000, so there's a little more there. I presume because they expect they can sell a little more because again it's Iron Man, right? That's one of their bread and butters. That's one of their money makers. Typical Iron Man, Hot Toy Iron Man figure features, right? So it has multiple light up points. I didn't read anything about a USB, so it's probably still button cell batteries. It will have a LED light up base as well. 6 hands, interchangeable chest piece, which is awesome. I mean, I'll go through and I'll scroll through some of these photos so you guys can see the two options there. A shield with a magnetic function, so that'll attach to his forearm. And yeah, this looks pretty cool. Not cool enough for me to get though. I'm trying to limit my Iron Man collection. I have a good amount. All the ones that really stuck out to me that I wanted to get. This one I don't think was gonna make the cut. I'm like, okay, you know what? It looks cool, but not. I won't be making its way to my collection. But what are your guys' thoughts on this? Beam, we'll start with you on this Iron Patriot.
I know some people. I've said before that I only collect stuff from that I've seen in the movies, but
yeah,
I'm going to get this Iron Man if I can, because this one looks really cool.
Nice.
I think it's pretty niche. I probably won't display it with a shield because to me it's not Captain America. But it's loosely based off or it's not loosely based off. This looks exactly like the Norman Osborn version from the comics. Like somebody else could explain it a hell of a lot better than I could, but he looks good. Like I said, I won't display it. I probably won't display him with the shield. I'll probably put him up there, right there next to my the black and gold Mark 7, because it's kind of one of those niche suits that look really cool. So I don't buy them that often, but this one I want to get.
Okay, nice.
He looks really cool.
Yeah, he does. Yep. So that's one there. Blue, what about you? Are you thinking about getting this one?
Nah, probably not. He looks cool. I was kind of hoping he'd come with the Norman Osborn head sculpt, since it was comic and and they're limiting it, so they might as well put in a damn head sculpt. Lazy bastards. Anyway, but yeah, he looks great. I will not be going for it. If my brother needs help with it, I'll go for it then and help him get it. But other than that, it probably won't. If it had a head sculpt, I would probably consider it. But
really? Okay.
But yeah, maybe is the shield metal or just a magnet in there?
Yeah, it just says shield with magnetic function. So I was wondering that too. I mean, it does say die-cast, so I presume that's referring to like the figure itself. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if the shield itself is fully metal.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if do any guys know?
See, that would have been
anyone
cool.
in the chat?
I think it's just a magnetic piece that will attach to the arm, probably to the dike.
Yeah.
I don't think the shield itself will be metal, but there might be a magnetic piece in the center.
Yeah, one of those like rectangular magnet strips that just, since the armor is die-cast, it'll probably just attach to it. Type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Bring back metal shields.
I know, right? Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool otherwise. But yeah, it's not for me.
Gotcha. Xman, what about you? Is this something that you're going to pass on as well, or are you going to pick up, or what are your thoughts on this one?
Nah, I have the one Iron Man that I need for my collection. I think I know that they're doing this because it's Iron Man.
Yeah.
But I do love seeing more comic representation in Hot Toys. I really, really like that. And it would be great if, because they did this, they ended up doing more of the Dark Avengers. Like, I would love to see, I don't know, like a Dark Wolverine.
Yeah.
You know, get Dakin in there. You know, they're doing tattoos now with seamless bits, so maybe they can pull that off. I don't know.
Yep.
That would be pretty neat. I would definitely be on top of that. But this is pretty cool. Like, honestly, I wasn't even considering, this wasn't even a thought in my head to get this, but then that picture came up where he's doing the power pose with the cod piece sticking out. And I'm like, oh,
Let me see.
well, that might sway me right there. I don't know.
Yeah, that changed your right.
What a power move that is. Look at that.
Wait, where's the power pose? This one.
Go back. It's like no, one more, I think.
One more.
Nope, one more.
One more.
That's the one right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This is like the Homelander pose. Yeah.
Sticking out the old lightning rod, you know? Shoot.
Yeah. They even lowered the camera down. Yeah.
That's just a fun pose right there, man.
Yeah.
Pissing in the wind.
Yeah.
Might have sold me on it right there.
The compensation pose. Yeah. That one. Yeah. For you it was the cod piece, and for Blue it's the head sculpt.
The old iron cod there.
Yeah, the iron cod. Yeah. Oh man. So pass for you, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's a pass
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me, but
You're-
I think
I'm
it's
out.
pretty neat. I think it looks cool as heck.
Yeah, so I kind of stopped on the interchangeable chest pieces here, which I don't think, other than having like a battle damage swap out from other Iron Mans, I think the Mark 42 has that, but I don't think we've seen something like this before. You guys let me know, like where we have completely different interchangeable chest pieces, which I think is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And
Not to the
different
arc
shapes
reactor.
too.
Yep, not to the
What's
arc
that?
reactor. Not to
Right,
the arc
yeah, okay.
reactor.
Gotcha.
It's cool, but it looks more Sentinel than Iron Patriot. You know,
Like
I mean, it's not the same colors as Sentinels, but it kind of gives it that kind of feel. I don't know what it is about it, but like,
You're talking
no, I
about
think,
X-Men Sentinel?
yeah, right.
Oh,
Like,
okay, gotcha.
like imagine if that red were purple.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it just kind of feels that way looking at his chest.
Oh,
But,
maybe. And some I've heard some people say that this is like a repaint of a certain Iron Man suit. I'm sure it is, but I don't.
I think it's a Mark 45.
Is it?
Is it the Mark 45?
Yeah.
That's the one from No Way Home, right? No, not No Way Home. Homecoming. No. Yes.
Homecoming, yeah.
That's 47.
Was that 47?
I think.
Yep.
Yeah, the silver, like mostly silver and red one.
I don't remember which one it is.
I think
I
yeah,
get
I think it
I
was
get my
Homecoming.
40 marks confused.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
gotcha.
Me
Okay.
too.
Yeah. So I knew, yeah, I had heard it was one of them, but I wasn't sure. But yeah, so pass for me. But speaking, so again, this is probably going to be around, it's not up yet for pre-order, but it's probably going to be around 446, give or take USD. So just again, keep that in mind if you are interested in this, limited to 3,000. But yeah, so I have heard that this one was based, again, comic series, right? This is from their CMS line, so comic. And reading the description, this is, like others have mentioned, Norman Osborn in the Iron Patriot suit. And so I had never heard about this storyline, or I wasn't familiar with this version of the Iron Patriot. And so I kind of did a little digging, and then I heard about the Dark Avengers. And so for those who weren't familiar with this character at all either, kind of wanted to show you a little background, show a little bit of background on this. So we have this, so this is a Dark Avengers here. Found this one pick that has a whole team. And this is what X-Men was touching on earlier. You know, hopefully we get this whole team. And it's kind of interesting, again, reading the storyline. So apparently Norman Osborn having, helped defeat the Skrulls, I guess. It was like part of a secret invasion. I'm guessing it was post-that, or I'm not sure. But, he kind of led the effort to kind of overthrow them. And then he ended up becoming director of like Shield and the Thunderbolts, and he renamed Shield to Hammer, and so that whole thing. And he was, I take it, he was kind of somewhat of a hero, right, during that time. And so he formed his own Avengers, which they called the Dark Avengers. And so here, I think this is the first appearance of the Dark Avengers, and it went through some iterations. But here on the left, from left to right, you have, you guys correct me if I'm wrong here, because again, I just kind of I did this before the stream, but on the far left you have Novar, I think is how you say his name. Sentry there with that. So Sentry there with the yellow and the S on his belt. Miss Marvel, who was actually Moonstone. So I'm not familiar with Moonstone, but apparently Moonstone was posing as Marvels. And some of these characters here were actually villains, and I'll kind of point out which ones are which. And of course, Norman Osborn in the middle there is Iron Patriot, was the head of the team. Ares there, that the Thor looking character there with the axe. And then you have Wolverine, like X-Men mentioned earlier, who was played by, or who was who's actually Dakin, so Wolverine's son apparently. I don't know the story behind that, but he took the mantle of Wolverine here. You got Hawkeye next to the right of Wolverine, who was actually Bullseye. And then on the far left, you have the Spider-Man in the black symbiote suit, who was actually Venom. The Matt Gargan version, I think that's how you say his name. The Gargan version?
Yeah.
The Gargan Venom. Yeah, so, yeah, it was kind of interesting. So maybe we might get, I don't know. I probably, maybe the Wolverine I can see. I don't know about the rest of the team just because they're not as known. But Iron Man, obviously, it's easy for them to do an Iron Man repaint. For Hot Toys to redo a repaint, right, and put that out there. And so that I can see, and that makes sense if they only did that one. Then, like I was saying, maybe a Wolverine, but I can barely see the tattoos. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with his appearance, but I'm not sure how hard it would be to do that Wolverine there.
Probably not terribly hard.
No.
What I know. I'm guessing for you, X-Man, the other character you would want from this team would probably be Wolverine.
Absolutely, yeah. He would need to be a different body from other Wolverines because he's got a much more slender build.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to have that. That'd be awesome. If I could have him, or just regular Docket, just without the Wolverine suit. Have him and X-23, and that'd be so cool.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah. And then Spider-Man, we all pretty much have a black suit Spider-Man. Fill-in can be the one from the game, the black suit's Peter Parker from the game. That could be a good fill-in there. Yeah. And then we have that Hono symbiote Spider-Man. I think it's symbiote or black suit also coming in, so that could be a substitute there if you want to do a whole Dark Avengers team. Blue, I don't know, was there any one of these that you would want to see Hot Toys do?
Was it Ares?
Ares, yeah. The Thor.
Yeah, he looks pretty cool. Yeah. He looks pretty cool. Other than that, a Sentry would be pretty cool too.
Yeah, Thor can. I mean, the Ares one, they can just take a Thor body and reuse that one, kind of do a variant of that.
Yeah, looks a little more furry than than Thor.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you kind of see like the hair on his arms. Yeah. Beam, what about you? What any one of these you're familiar with, or you would want to see from this line?
Oh, let's see him as Marvel. That'd be cool. Just like that.
Just like that. Yeah, one just like this. Yeah. Seamless legs or knees and elbows.
Yep, let's do it.
Yeah, there you go, Hot Toys. There you go, Howie. There's your votes, your casted votes. Yeah, I would probably
Sentry would be a fun figure.
Yeah, I think Sentry, the long hair probably would be sculpted. They probably want to do the sculpted route. I think they can pull it off with there, and he has the cape. I think I would either do Ares or kind of go with the Ares or the Hawkeye, just because that suit looked like it would be cool. And they wouldn't have to do seamless. I know people would prefer seamless for the appearance, but they wouldn't have to, because he has the suit underneath. That would be a cool figure to have. And a comic Hawkeye to pair with your like your comic Iron Man. Start that whole Avengers, and you have that Thor coming. That would be cool. And we may get a Hawkeye regardless, right? Just a standard Hawkeye in that Hono line to pair with that Thor and Iron Man. We'll see.
They can't even make Hawkeye from his own show, man.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
How?
Yeah, I wonder if that has to do with
just
Jeremy
tease
Renner
one. That's all they did. They teased one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and then it got lost in the abyss and the Hot Toys graveyard.
Sure did.
I wonder what Sentry's gonna look like in the MCU when they finally put him up and he's in his suit and everything. That'll be interesting to see.
When is? Yeah, I heard about that. Was that confirmed? Is he supposed to appear in one of the upcoming?
Oh yeah,
shows?
he's coming.
Thunderbolts, man. Thunderbolts.
Oh, is he?
Pretty
Is
sure.
he in Thunderbolts?
Pretty sure it's supposed to be in Thunderbolts.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't want to say because I didn't know if anyone didn't want to have that spoiled for him because they haven't announced it like that.
Oh, too late.
But yeah, we will be seeing Sentry. We will be seeing Sentry, and I'm very curious to see how he looks if they do this suit or they do something else.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll probably do they'll do an MCU kind of take to it. I don't think it'll be comic based. I'm pretty sure it'll probably be some sort of stylizer. They'll take some liberties and movify it up.
Yeah, and Stephen Yeun, when he was
Originally cast as Sentry.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's what I heard. Yeah, that's when I heard about him. Is that not the
he
case
was
anymore?
fitted for a suit too, and so I think
Yeah, they're definitely
new
putting him in
guy.
a suit.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
they'll put him in a suit. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, well, we shall see. Time will tell.
Oh, that Tony
Thunderbolts come out.
Stark. He looks dead.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the Dark Avengers here. Again, just kind of provide a little background because if you guys were like me coming into this, I've only heard Norman Osborn as Iron Patriot, but I didn't know any context to that. So I figured that might be helpful for anyone else who's curious about that. But this was all in reference to let's see here. So yeah, Iron Patriot, like I said, Hot Toys comic inspired. be sure to get on that RSVP list if you're interested in getting this one. All right, so before I go into the last figure of the night, let me go back to the chat here. We got Jose G. Hernandez, a.k.a. Fact Checker, in the house. What is up, Jose G? He's got his channel going. If you guys, I know he has a live stream coming. I don't know if it's already passed or if it's coming up, but check out his channel. I'll put a link in the description below after the show, after our stream here. And I believe his upcoming stream is called Más o Menos, which is more or less is what that translates to in Spanish. So, so if you're interested, show him some love. Check that out. And like I mentioned, I'll put the link in the description after that. So hope you're doing well. Jose G, thanks for coming through, man. Justin McFly in the house. What is up, man? Mr. McFly, thank you for coming through. Let's see here, make sure I'm not missing anybody. L Walker joining us tonight as well. What is up, L Walker? What's up to the panel, and what is up to you, good sir? Thank you for coming through. Let's see, we got Moose Stream. I think he said Moose Stream is heading out. Yep. Okay, it's midnight bedtime. Yeah. Thank you for staying this late, man, for as long as you did. So I appreciate you coming through, Moose. Yeah. Have a good night, man. Let's see. Zesty Wolverine. Jazzy's all Zesty Wolverine looks cool. Yeah. It's one of those like Dorito flavors. A Dorito Wolverine. Yeah, Zesty Wolverine. Yeah.
he is very much Zesty Wolverine. Yes.
Yeah. And Jemima agrees. Yeah. Hono Hawkeye would be sick. Yeah. Right. I mean, I think they would be able to pull that off. That would be pretty cool. Field of Burn saying, see, I already have Symbiote suit and have him next to Iron Patriot and have him. Are you saying you already have another Iron Patriot, or you would put him next to this one? But yeah, I know a lot of people have like this different versions of the symbiote suits. Low key collector, my guy, what is up?
Calvin.
Thank you for coming through, Calvin. Hopefully you're having a good night, sir. Relaxing, chilling with a nice, cool beverage, just chilling. I'm sure you had a long day of driving, so hopefully you're safe, man. Or if you're still driving, be safe out there. Hopefully you get back home safely, man. Let me see here and make sure I'm not missing anybody. All right. Jose G's confirming, yes, more or less. So, más o menos. Yeah, this Saturday, 10 a.m. PST. So, yeah, if you're interested, check that out. That's Jose Plus's new live stream. I believe this is going to be the first episode. And he's doing it with Marco, 16Fix, and Gigi. Gigi, the couple of the community. So, yeah, that should be fun. So, yeah, check that out. 16 Shooter. Thank you for coming through. What is up, my guy? This is a tempting Iron Man, just doesn't fit my collection. Yeah, I know a lot of people have that same sentiment. I think some of us here on the panel were thinking that too. Yeah, for those, like I've always said, you know, I'm all for people getting, even the niche collectors, right? The minority, just getting a figure that not a lot of people like, just because someone has to enjoy, you know, there's a figure for everybody, I should say. You know, it may not be for majority, but you know, it's always a good feeling when, you know, that small group of people get a figure that no one else would have made otherwise, from any company, not just Hot Toys. And so I'm all for it. For those of you who are looking forward to this one, yeah, I'm happy for you guys. Hopefully you're able to get it to those 3,000 out there. Hopefully those scalpers aren't trying to take one from you guys. Let's see here. Everybody's saying what is up. Yeah, appreciate y'all for coming through, keeping the chat going. All right, last figure of the evening on this stream. Before we go on, anyone else got anything to add on this Iron Patriot? I want to say no. All right, here we go. So speaking of metal shields and iconic heroes, we got this one just announced yesterday. And I honestly didn't see this one coming just because, you know, they had already done this recently. But this is Captain America stealth suit from the Winter Soldiers. This is a 2.0. This went up, I believe it was yesterday, right? Yeah, so already up for pre-order, $280 USD, set to also come out Q4 of next year, 2025, Q1 2026. And so let's see some of the things that this guy comes with here. So of course you got the unmasked head sculpt you can see here with the rolling eyes, one of the updated features. Masked head sculpt with 3 faceplates, and we'll kind of look at those here in a little bit. So you got the alternate mass head sculpt and the swappable 3 faceplates, which they're doing more now, you know, which is cool to see, right? They did that with the Hono Wolverine, and then there's another figure I just talked about. I'm like blanking that they did the swappable faceplates for. Batman, the Dark Knight Returns Batman, right? He had the swappable faceplates as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool.
Yep.
Love to see it. 13 hands, right? So I'm sure you got to have a pose in there in one of those hands. You got to have this. And a newly tailored suit, which is interesting. You know, they emphasized here in the description, newly tailored suit. So I'll touch on that here in a little bit. But yeah, this does look cool. It's one of those situations as a collector in any scale of the figures, right? It's bound to happen. You get a figure and then they just 2.0 it, or they do a newer version later on down the line. I got the 2-pack, which we'll compare and we'll look at here in a minute. But I got the 2-pack, the 1.0 basically, the cell suit Captain America of him and Steve Rogers and in the civilian clothes and the normal dress. And so, the big bulky one, that's the one I have. And I think for the most part, I'm pretty content with that one. I don't think this justifies this. There's not too many here. There's not too many new features other than, the body proportions and the articulation. But that's not enough for me to justify to buy the figure again. So I think, and plus I got that alternate, civilian clothes Steve Rogers on this, and that has the metal shields. Speaking of metal shields, Blue, you were touching on earlier, bring back metal shields, yeah, die-cast shields. But Beam, I'll go ahead and start with you.
Shield?
It didn't say in the description. I don't think it is. No, I'm just saying, what you were referring to earlier, where you were saying they need to bring back die-cast shields, metal shields. I think this is another figure that could benefit from that. But Beam, are you there? I don't think he is. Blue, we'll go and start with you. What are your thoughts on this one? Are you going to be picking this up, or just overall thoughts?
Oh, for sure. This was my favorite suit of his, the stealth suit. I've been wanting a stealth suit figure forever. I've been chasing that one from Endgame, with the gauntlet and everything. Yeah, it's my favorite suit. And this one looks fantastic. The head sculpt is awesome. Although a little off. Yeah. It's not quite there, not quite 100%.
Right, I agree.
His neck seems a little too short in some spots. The mouthpieces are atrocious.
You think all of them are?
The stoic one is fine.
This one,
except the bridge of his nose is too long.
Yeah.
If they could shorten that up a little bit and bring everything up a little bit, I think it'd be perfect. Because I think they got the bottom part of his nose right, his mouth right, and I think it'd be a perfect mouthpiece. It'd be great. They just I don't know. They just seem to have that one's pretty good. I like that one. He's made that face quite a few times, but once again, I think it's just a little. His nose is just a little bit too long.
Gotcha.
That right there looks great. Yeah.
This one here. What do you think of this faceplate?
Yeah, at certain angles. Yeah. It looks great. He's like I said, he's made that face many times in terms of movies.
I'm impressed by the hair, man. They also, in the description, they also touch on Hot Toys that they, refined, sculpted hair. And the hair looks good here, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah. I think they need to stop painting blonde hair gold, though. And just paint it blonde. I mean, maybe they could put in some gold dry brushing here and there to just, as a reflection of light and stuff. But they just need to get better at painting it as well. And I mean, and the base is freaking fantastic. I love that base.
Let's go to the base here. Oh, here, this one here.
Yep, that one. It's like it doesn't take up too much space, and it's like all of it's fully designed, and it's magnetic.
Yeah.
And I mean, to me, that's a perfect base. Like it's specific to the character. I mean, granted, you could probably put that with like a Black Widow or something, or a Nick Fury. The same kind of base, just change the nameplate. It's very specific like to the movie or anybody from Shield or something like that.
Right.
But to me, that's perfect. Like doesn't take up too much real estate. You can have him standing on it. Looks awesome. And I mean, the figure, it looks awesome. I can't wait to get it.
So this one's coming home for you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I was thinking about getting maybe 2 of them.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm surprised you felt that strong about the base. I mean, because it is, for the most part, it's not anything like a dynamic or like any big dial piece. It's simple, but I agree. It is simple, but it looks great for what it is. Right. It's compact. It's small, but they designed it pretty well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they're taking cues from InArt, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, it's cool that you feel that way. I didn't see that one coming, but yeah, I agree with you. It is. It looks like a cool, simple, but effective base. Beam. What about you? What are your thoughts on this one? Is this one you're picking up?
Yes, absolutely. I think they
nice.
improved the sculpt to where it should be, at least for the film.
2 for 2.
Definitely something I wanted. I want the strike suit, and I still need the original Captain America suit from First Avenger.
Yes, they should do that suit
the blue
too.
Gray, the blue and gray one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cap I still need. That third faceplate though.
Yeah.
What the hell are you thinking? It's freaking gross.
Yeah.
I don't care. What, you trying to jokerize him or something? Because that looks horrible.
Yeah, that's
absolutely
Man, people going to town on this one here. Yeah.
That's just it's not. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I saw Field of Burns comparison with Art the Clown. Yeah, I've seen that. I've heard comparisons to Tom Hiddleston, to Loki, from Andy from The Office. When I first saw it, it reminds me of like Dennis Leary or or Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to smile in Terminator 2, where he's trying to do that smile.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Or like some little kid trying to smile but doesn't quite know how to yet. Oh man, yeah, I've heard it all. Yeah, I just had all those thoughts go through my head. It's just funny. But yeah, I agree. Hot Toys. I mean, you got time. You just announced it, so you got time to work on that. Definitely.
That's like a Hydra cap too.
Right, or just excluded altogether. It's all good.
Yeah.
I think collectors probably want that third option. You just touch on it. I mean, I see what they're going for, like gritting teeth, like really pissed, but they just didn't nail it. This one, these two here on the left, I think, I definitely seen this look here. This is iconic for him. I see him making that face. The one in here middle, usually after he says "I can go all day," where like he's getting up and he's kind of doing that look, like he's ready. Like, let's go. And obviously we got standard neutral Captain America, C. Rogers look there on the left. But sorry. What else you were saying, Beam?
Oh, the artist actually posted a couple more pictures too. The sculptor of this on her social media. So.
Oh, okay. I missed those. Yeah.
It looks good. I can't wait to get it. I know everybody was talking about that Endgame version. I totally forgot about that Endgame version, to be honest with you.
Yeah. We'll
that
look at it here
limited one
in a second.
So I'm glad they came out with this one because I needed a stealth suit. So I don't have a stealth suit yet.
Yeah, I agree. This is my favorite of all the suits, also the stealth suit. Xman, what are your thoughts on this one? Is this something that you're picking up, or is this along the same lines as the Iron Man, Iron Patriot figures where you're good?
I love the Loki faceplate.
Oh, do you? That's what's selling you?
Yeah, that's it for me. I'll never use anything else. I much like Iron Man, I have the cap that I need. I think it looks really cool overall. I do think that head sculpt, it's one of those things. It's like, it's something around the nose, middle of the face area, but it's hard for me to point out. Like, is it just the nose, or is it like the nose and his cheeks are a little bit weird? I think maybe his head might be a little, like his jaw might be a little too wide, maybe even. I don't know. But like, there's something going around there that isn't quite right. Like, it doesn't look bad. It just doesn't quite look like him exactly, and it's hard to pinpoint it. But overall, I think he looks pretty good. If I was looking for a Captain America, nah, probably still not.
No.
No, the in-game Cap is the one for me, man. Like I know they overproduced the heck out of it, which is good because when I finally got him, he was pretty cheap, which is great. But that's the one I like the most. So I'm good with that one. I think this body probably will be a little bit more upgraded from that.
Yeah.
But I think that one looks good enough for my purposes. Yeah, I don't need this one, but he looks really cool. That first mouth plate, that's the one to go with, definitely. So far,
that'd be your post.
Yeah, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. But have him just looking stoic. He can do that. He can do that all day. But
another. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, that's it. Now he looks good-ish.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I have the 1.0 stealth suit, like I mentioned, the 2-pack, and then the end game also. So those are the 2 caps that I need, and that's kind of like a more rubberized suit because I think his role in that, his character in that movie was probably the most iconic for me. And speaking of, I just realized another scene where this middle mouth plate reminds me of is after he says Avengers Assemble, right? Doesn't he make a face kind of similar to this where he's like assemble?
True.
Yeah, and you could dirty that one up and it'd be from Endgame.
It's not bad. Certainly not compared to Loki right there, but
Dennis
and is it just me or is his cowl taking a cue from the Iron Man helmet? I keep seeing that, and it keeps making me think Iron Man at the very top.
Like on the side, or where do you?
Where you have where it cuts in and has that weird little middle part that goes forward. Yeah, it just feels so Iron Man helmet to me. I don't know why I can't stop thinking about that.
I'm personally not seeing it, but I don't know. Maybe you're seeing something I'm not.
Just because like how sometimes the Iron Man helmet.
Uh-oh, we lost you.
Yeah. Lost your audio.
We lost your audio there, right? Oh, he can't hear us.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Xman, come in. Over. Oh, wait, he had to come back in. But, so like I was saying, this is a comparison here. We'll look at this again, too, here later on. But they kind of did it for us here. Hot Toys is comparing so this is the Stealth Suit 1.0 MMS 243. This is the one that I have. And a lot of people have mentioned this where one of the issues with that figure is just the padding underneath the thick padding has under the suit, and you can remove it. There's videos out there that show you how to remove that and kind of cut where you need to kind of remove that to give you better articulation. And I think I might do that also just so I can have that better articulation. But because of that, you can't lay his arms flat straight down to the sides, and so that's why it did that. It flared out. But then as you can see now in this 2.0 here, they fixed that, and I don't think they have as much padding, and the body proportions they mentioned were adjusted. And it says new body, newly developed body for this figure, and you can see he's a little bit taller also. But we got him back. You there? You good?
Yeah, I don't know. Around this time of night, I swear they like to destroy the baud rate or something. Like they're doing some shenanery over at the internet house, I think.
Some tomfoolery.
Yeah, but I just cut out all over the place there. But here we are. Okay, cool.
All right, yeah. So like you guys were saying, this is obviously the 1.0, but yeah, there was an Endgame, and that one I do remember. There was an Endgame stealth suit cap, and then I personally was curious. I was like, kind of usually when I go compare these figures, what the differences were between the two. So I kind of put these slides together to kind of help those who also were thinking the same thing, like, what are the differences? And so we have here on the left this, I put steel. I didn't even finish spelling it all. I just realized that. The stealth suit cap, the stealth suit 2.0, not the steel suit on the left, and then the Endgame stealth suit, which was the exclusive that came out in 2022 that Beam was referring to. And so, so I kind of put these full body shots here side by side. And I was kind of looking through these before the stream, and I personally didn't see any major differences. Obviously, with the Endgame stealth suit, he comes with the red and white shield, and then the stealth suit, he comes with the blue and white shield. kind of more stealthy. So that's one of the differences.
Mhm.
And then the Endgame stealth suit comes with the damaged. We'll look at the accessories here in a minute, but he comes with the damaged Infinity Gauntlet. But for the suit itself, it looked pretty similar. If anything, I'm guessing maybe the colors might be a little darker. Some of the coloring on the suit might be different, but for the most part, I think it's almost the same. I couldn't point out anything. I didn't look too closely, but if you guys notice any difference, and obviously I don't have both figures, so I can't tell the fabric or the textures are different or anything like that. But just on a visual standpoint, they look pretty similar. So
that upper body is crazy. On the Endgame one, he looks like he's on roids right there, man. Dang.
Yeah, he looks pretty good. He looks pretty jacked. He's ready.
Oh yeah.
Yep. But you can see the subtle differences between the new body, as they said, and the previous Endgame body, which they used for the stealth suit on that one. So, yeah, you can see the subtle differences, especially in the
I don't know, because in some of the photos, it does look like the body might be similar. If putting the arms side by side, and I don't think I have that. I didn't put these photos in that pose, in like the museum pose, but it looked like. It might be kind of similar, though. I don't know. Just because these are different angles here, it might look like the one on the right might be bigger, but I don't know. You guys might be right. Like I said, I don't have the figure, so I don't know how much they differ. And I was trying to look at some reviews to see how they compared them, but I don't think anyone did that I've seen. Anyways, did a direct comparison between the two, like kind of close up, side by side type of thing. So yeah, I don't know. I'm
color
kind
of
of
the
curious.
suit too. It's a little off.
Right. Yeah. That's what I was saying. I think the one on the stealth suit 2.0 is a little more kind of darker than the one on the right.
There's definitely more room in the pants on this new one.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's more. There looks like there's enough room there in the crotchal region for him to kind of show around. Yeah.
Well, he got to be more, because I don't know about the Endgame stealth suit, but the Endgame cap that I got, notoriously, his legs they may as well just not be there, because you can't hardly do anything with them. But it looks like they remedied that with this. I don't know if the other one had that problem. It looks like it probably did. But
yeah, and I put here again the comparison of the accessories. I mentioned the stealth suit from Endgame had the gauntlet, the red and white shield, and was it like 5 hands, and then the locket with or his watch with the picture of Peggy in it. And then kind of a different base, but this one also interesting. I didn't realize this because, again, I didn't get that one. But the stealth suit from Endgame also has 3 interchangeable faceplates. So it has the unmasked head, the masked head with 3 interchangeable faceplates, which I didn't realize. I mean, I didn't even follow up because I wasn't interested in it. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. And the weird thing is those faceplates are actually slightly different than this stealth suit 2.0 one, or the steel suit as I put in there. So I put these to kind of compare, and you can kind of see it. It's kind of hard to tell on the Endgame stealth suit. I couldn't find any really good photos that shows all the face sculpts up close, so I kind of had to do the best I could here. But so we're looking at the stealth suit. What's that?
Those aren't from the stealth suit. Or maybe they are, but those on the bottom, those came with the end of Endgame.
Yep, Endgame one,
yeah.
That's what we're looking at here. This is the exclusive Endgame stealth suit here on the bottom. But you can kind of see already, maybe like the neutral might be the same, but the other two, the one in the middle and the far right, especially the Loki / Art the Clown / Daniel Slayer looking faceplate, that is definitely different. So I'm kind of wondering what made him, change it up, and why didn't they use the same faceplates? I'm thinking maybe just because it was exclusive, so they wanted to have some sort of variety or something, something be different about that figure to kind of keep collectors happy with their purchase of that one, of that exclusive. I don't know, but
the difference is because there were 3 Captain America figures from Endgame. The one was a stealth suit from the beginning of the movie when they went to find Thanos. And then in the middle, he had the 2012 suit. But at the end, he had his red, white, and blue back on. And the ones on the bottom, those are from that suit. Those aren't from the stealth suit. He didn't even wear his mask with the stealth
No.
suit in Endgame.
No, that's what I'm saying. That this Endgame
Right?
stealth suit, it comes with both an unmasked and the masked head. So all these photos, these 3 photos in the bottom, these are from the Endgame stealth suit figure, the exclusive one that was limited. So it's from the same figure here, this one here, and this one here. See, you see like the shield is red. He has his unmasked.
No, that's what I'm
Head sculpt
saying.
lit.
This isn't the same figure. The stealth suit from Endgame is not the suit that he had at the end of the movie, and that's what those 3 head sculpts were from the end of the movie. Stealth suit was the beginning of the movie.
Right, they just
They
reused
went-
pieces.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
but
just, you know,
But they didn't
reused
put that
them.
on the stealth suit too, right?
I think they did. Yeah,
On
that's
the
what I'm
Endgame
saying. Like
stealth
I didn't.
suit. Mhm.
Yeah,
Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong.
yeah. I don't know. Correct me in the chat here if I'm wrong, if I'm mistaken. But that's why I brought this up, because I was surprised that this Endgame stealth suit came with the mask sculpt and 3 faceplates. So I'm pretty sure that's the case. But yeah, maybe I don't know. Now you got me down. Now like maybe I got it. Maybe I messed up somewhere. But I'm pretty sure.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Because it's weird, because they didn't really advertise that on even on the blogger photos, where I pulled these 3 photos here on the bottom. They didn't really show the faceplate, the variety of faceplates that much. They mostly showed the neutral one, so it kind of seemed like they were trying to hide the other faceplates. It's weird. Yeah, it didn't.
He does come with the
even-
helmeted sculpt, yeah. That's what it shows on
'Cause look at-
Sideshow.
Yeah, so I took a
So-
photo here of the. Obviously, I took the snip from the accessories, and even in here, they don't show the mask sculpt. They had it on the figure to the left and right. This is cut off, but they don't show the interchangeable faceplates here. So I don't know. I don't know what was going on with this. They were trying to. Seems like they were trying to hide those or not advertise those. I don't know. It was.
Well, it's
weird.
because
So
they
if
were
anyone
reused pieces. That's why. They were reused
okay.
pieces from the Endgame, the Endgame suit.
Yeah.
So
They were-
the final Endgame suit, the one Xman's referring to, those are
Yes.
reused from there. Oh, okay, gotcha. Maybe I should have known that, because I mean I have that figure, although I don't really mess with that much. But okay, so maybe they didn't want to upset collectors. I'm thinking. I don't know. Yeah, it was just weird. But either way, like the faceplates are different. So I guess Sideshow was like, you know what, we'll kind of redo these faceplates. We won't use them again, and so hence why now we got these other different looks here for the new Stealth Suit 2.0.
I just want to take
Those ones
that
on the
last
bottom are bad.
that last faceplate, dude. I just want to take that last faceplate and just jokerize it. That's all I want to do.
Joker, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I think some others in the community might have that same thought. Let's see here. Taking a look at the chat. Clint Martin saying, I think it's the nostrils that throws it off. Yeah, maybe I
Yeah.
can probably see that.
Could
Let's see.
be.
Let's see. here.
Somebody had a side-by-side shot of Chris Evans in the helmet and that stoic face, and it like his nostrils was like almost up against the nose of the helmet. So like the way they have it there is like his nose is too long, so they gotta
Oh, I see. Okay.
bring that up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's to me that's what's throwing it off. But other than that, if they would fix that, I think it would work.
Gotcha. Yeah. Regardless, it seems like a lot of people are kind of pointing out the nose. So maybe you guys are onto something. Maybe it has to do with the nose. Like I haven't done a side by side comparison with the actual like photo of Chris Hemsworth.
The nose
Chris
does
Hemsworth, Chris
seem a little
Evans.
long.
Wrong Chris. But yeah, Just McFly saying, or Fire Marshal Bill. Let me tell you something. Yeah. Let me tell you. Yeah. Let's say you're walking down the street. Let's see. Clint Martin saying, yeah, the bottom ones, the nostrils are closer to the mask. Okay, yeah. You're talking about this from the previous Endgame stealth suit here, or the Endgame Captain America regular suit. Yeah, so yeah, it seems like a lot of people are kind of pulling out the nose. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure.
Yeah, as terrible as those are, they at least got the nose proportionate to it with the mask, and yeah.
For that particular faceplate, yes, his nose should be scrunched up a little bit more. But it's like what Wellington was saying earlier about the eyes. When your face scrunches up, your eyes tend to squint a little bit. Whereas in that mask, his eyes aren't squinted at all. So it's just he's got the manic look, so it's kind of.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, yes. Speaking of, 14 Wellington in the house. What is up, Ray? Thank you for coming through. Hopefully you have a good night, sir. And yeah, so here what Beam was mentioning here is, I think it's this one here. The third mouthpiece looks like somebody who needs to get a washroom, but might not make it. Please, stop talking so I can leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, cheeks, stay together.
Yeah, come on, Jake. Yeah, hold it in. Here it is. He's 14 Wellington saying, the fact that people's eyes squint a little when the corners of their mouth curl up during a smile adds to the third face. Yeah, looking creepy. Yeah, more maniacal there. So this was just some comparisons there. Like I said, with the Endgame sales that we got in 2022, in case those were wondering. But if you're still curious, go check out some more reviews, check out more photos, see. And I'm pretty sure, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this also comes with the masked head sculpt, the Endgame cell suit, and the 3 faceplates, interchangeable faceplates on there. Although it's kind of, it says in the description, I think is where I got it from. But,
no, you're right. It does. I found it. It just, they didn't show it. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, right. Isn't that in the blogger photos or even in like the announcement photos? They don't really advertise stuff. It's interesting. It's weird
because they are exactly the same sculpts that came with the other one. Yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah, because the only way I noticed is honestly like from because it was still up on, so it's waitlist. Actually, the waitlist is still open for that Endgame cell suit on Sideshow. And I was reading the description, and that's how I saw the face. I was like, what the hell? 3 faceplates? I don't remember seeing 3 faceplates. And then that's when I had to go back and look closely and follow. So, yeah, it was just weird.
That's so weird that they did that.
Yeah, that is weird. But like I mentioned, so this is a 2.0. Here's a look at the Cell Suit 1.0. This is a 2-pack. This is the one I got. Just because when the Endgame Stealth Suit version came out, that exclusive one, I went to go look back. I wanted a Stealth Suit version of Captain America, so I was looking at that initially, but it was after the fact, and it was already going for around $500 USD. Like screw that. And I saw this. I went on eBay and I saw this pack for, I think it was under $400 shipped for this 2-pack here. So I was like, screw that. I'll just get this. And it was new, right? So I scored this 2-pack, and I think it was around that price. Yeah. So I ended up paying cheaper than that one, exclusive Endgame Cell Suit Cap figure.
This is still pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, it's a good deal. You can also just get the 1.0 by itself. They have that. I think that was MMS 252 or 242, I should say. And then this 2-pack is 243. So for those of you looking for a Stealth Suit Cap, you have your options. Obviously, this new one's coming out. We just got that announcement. So if you think that one's better, it has the faceplates. That could be a good option for you. But if you're, if you just want some representation, like I said, the options are there. So people might be starting to sell this 1.0 if you want to go with that one. But yeah, again, keep in mind, he does have like padding underneath the suit. And if you wanted to, you can remove it. There are ways where you can, kind of remove the outer uniform and take off that padding and kind of modify it as needed if you wanted to do that. But if not, and you like
give him the shoulder muscles,
yeah. And that padding makes him hard to put his arms down flat to his side. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But the shields, like I mentioned, the shields are die cast here. They're metal, which is awesome. And I think that was the only Captain America figure, if not one of the few that has that. So which is both of them too. It comes with 2 shields. There's like a battle damage one, and there's like a cleaner stealth one, which is awesome.
I think they stopped giving them metal shields after Avengers Age of Ultron.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All of them up to that were metal?
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, there you go. That's good. That's good. Definitely good to know on that. So keep that in mind on yours. Let me see here. Let me make sure I address the chat here. Just McFly saying the third mouse plate gets him every time. Yeah, I'm sure we're going to see a lot more memes of that here coming soon. Yeah. Let's see here. SpongeBob Squared Balls also saying the third head sculpt looks like he might be questioned if he spends too much time around playgrounds and schoolyards. Yeah. Yeah, that might be a little creepy. Yeah, suspicious there. All right. With that, gentlemen, I think that was the last of it. I'm trying to see if I touched on everything here with this figure. I know there was a good amount, but I don't think I had anything else comparing these figures. Let's see here. Nope. Yeah, that was it. So yeah, 1.0. Stealth Suit 2.0, Endgame, Stealth Suit, Dark Avengers. Yeah, we went through that. All right, anyone else got anything on this before we go on to the next segment here? And again, here's a comparison comparing the two bodies like I was mentioning. This is the Stealth Suit 1.0 and Stealth Suit 2.0.
Hot Toys, there's still time to update those mouthpieces.
Yep, there is still time.
So do it.
That is crazy seeing them next to each other. That's
Yeah,
nuts.
right? Just that difference.
The difference is insane.
Yep. And I was going to do a... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say it's like before and after the serum or something. It's just like...
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's jacked. Yeah, and the colors here too are also, you can see the darker blue here on the right for this newer one and a lighter blue on the left.
The helmet doesn't even match the suit on the other one.
On the
Oh yeah, it doesn't.
Oh.
That's crazy. Yep.
Oh yeah, down here, yeah. You're right, yeah, kind of more of a blue. Yeah, lighter blue there. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, I think this one
crazy.
yeah, for those who just came into the game late and don't have a Stealth Suit cap, yeah, I think you might be satisfied with this one. Other than that third faceplate, unless you like it. I mean, if that's your look, then more power to you. I think you're good to go. But yeah, this one right here, this one's cool. This neutral one is cool. It's just that third one they got to work on. But overall, good looking figure. I think if I didn't have the 1.0, I'd definitely be getting this one. But hopefully they do, address this here. This one.
All the faceplates don't have that same issue that the in-game ones had, where they were crooked, kind of. Some of them, like it was. I know it was like a big issue that like a lot of people had. Because I remember getting mine and his lower face was shifted ever so slightly to one side, while the rest of his face was looking straight forward on like two of the plates. And I hit him up like, hey, look, is this right? Is this like just a defect on mine? They're like, no, a lot of people have that issue. I'm like, oh, okay, so we're just cool with it then. All right.
Yeah. No, you're not the only one. You're like, oh, okay, then thanks, I guess. Thanks for nothing.
Yeah, so as long as they fix that. I've not seen that. I mean, I've not got a lot of figures that have faceplates like that. But the ones I do have, I haven't noticed that with any of the other ones. So maybe it's just because it's, maybe it was just an older figure thing, or who knows. Certainly they will have fixed that by now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? That's always annoying when you have something that doesn't align and like it just bothers you. It's probably like a small gap, but even still, it's there and it just starts to bug you.
Yeah.
Like a misalignment. Yeah, I hear you. Yep.
Yeah, I can't use them with the mask. I can't do it.
No, can't do it. All right, folks, that was the last of the figure talk. We got through them, the 4 figures, a lot of good information there. Thanks for confirming some of that info here on the panel in the chat. But it's about that time. Are you guys ready for a round of Feezy's 20?
Oh, yeah.
You up
for it?
All right. Here we go. For those that aren't familiar, Feezy's 20, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar, but for those that aren't, it's basically 20 questions. I have a Hot Toys figure in mind that these gentlemen here are going to guess. 20 yes or no questions, more like 19 within one of those questions being their guess. Let's see. These are releases. This is a release, I should say, a figure that's already released. 2.0s are counted as separate figures. Honor system, of course, as usual. So no Googling, no internet usage, no looking at the chat. Chat, if you do want to throw out some suggestions for the panel here, I can pull those up. And or if you want to take guesses in the chat there and play along and see if you can get it, you're welcome to do that. I just won't pull up your guesses. I'll just pull up your questions. But the panel can talk amongst themselves, kind of feed off each other, try to come up with questions to narrow it down. Let's see here. So yeah, the obvious ones, you can ask, does it start with this letter or does it rhyme with, does it sound like this or whatever, kind of none of those kind of those questions are kind of those gray area type questions. Let's see here. What else? Am I missing anything else? Let me pull up the questions. But other than that, I think you guys are good. You got everything else down. I think you're all familiar with this. Make sure let's see, remove that one. Let me bring up the questions here.
I don't know. Michael Elliott says I'm too good at it, so.
Yeah, you got it down. Yeah, I will say the more you play, right? Obviously, like the more you play, the more the better your questioning becomes. Like you'll know what to ask, and you kind of have ones that you'll always refer to, and you kind of know how to word your questions once you get it down. I think you're to that point now, being where you got that down. So you have that advantage there. All right, here we go. So if no one has any general questions, let us go. Let's fucking go. Start whenever you guys are ready.
All right. Is it a Disney property?
Yes.
So there's a down review.
So I guess we'll do the years. Was it released within the last 5 years?
Released in the last 5 years. Let's see here. Yes.
Fairly recent.
Gotta make sure I write that down. Yep. Okay, released in the last 5 years and Disney property.
Is it a Star Wars figure?
No. Not a Star Wars figure.
All right. Is it male or is it a male figure?
Yes.
Watch, he threw a Captain America at us.
It's the 2-pack. You just showed. No.
Does it rhyme with Schmapton Schmamerica?
So last 5 years, it's gotta be Marvel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say, is it Marvel?
Yes.
Let's see.
You guys are getting there.
Is it from a movie?
No.
All right.
Ooh.
Daredevil. I know what it is. Open your mind.
Open your mind. Quaid. Yeah.
Is the character part of a team?
Yes.
That sounded like a tentative yes. Okay.
Was it a Netflix team?
Not a movie. Part of a team. Marvel.
Calvin's asking her, why does it look like Blue has RDJ at his house kicking it yet?
I know, right?
It does,
and
yeah.
that's the thing for a second. Like he's sitting there.
It does. Yeah, that looks legit. Like he's actually there. Like there's a.
He looks like he's dead. Like it's Weekend at Tony's.
Yeah. Weekend at Tony's.
Weekend at Downey's. Yeah.
Or Weekend at Blues. In this case, Weekend at Blues.
I know. Right? It just hasn't posed.
Marvel.
And then Jazzy asking, yeah, they're guessing a figure, Jazzy. So I have a Hot Toys figure in mind, and then they're trying to guess what it is.
Oh, yeah.
So he said it wasn't a movie,
right?
But that still leaves two things that it could be.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
It's either comic or television.
Yeah. So let's do that. Is it from a comic?
No.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So a television series?
A male Marvel television series.
Oh, I think you're at 8 questions. There we go. All right, so we got Disney property released in the last 5 years, not Star Wars, male, Marvel, not from a movie. Yes, part of a team. Yeah, tentative there. Not from a comic.
Not from a comic.
No,
Not from a comic, not from a movie.
Not a
So it's
CMS.
got to be from a show.
Mm-hmm.
Does this figure have a TMS designation?
Yes.
Okay. Television masterpiece.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. Oh, shit.
Geo suggesting here, was he ever blue? Feel the burn suggesting, does he fly? Feel the burn, middle arm, yeah. Jazzy was suggesting VGM, but you guys already nailed down that it was TMS. Justman Fly, does he wear a cape?
So if it's a show within the last 5 years, I'm trying to remember if anything from the Netflix era, but there hasn't been any from the Netflix stuff in the last 5 years. And as far as Hot Toys released, has there?
No, not for Hot Toys.
So it's from one of the Disney Plus shows then.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be my guess, yep. But we could also narrow that down too. But...
Excellent.
Power of many.
Yeah.
Tentatively part of a team, but not normally part of a team, I assume is what that means.
Hmm.
In a show,
Casket.
there was...
Well, there was what, Loki. I mean, there was WandaVision.
Yeah,
there was
Loki,
Captain
WandaVision.
America, and then Falcon,
Winter
the Winter
Soldier.
Soldier,
Yeah, there was Moon Knight.
Moon Knight. Yeah.
What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking?
The
Let's go
She-Hulk.
through your heads.
What if?
What if? Yeah.
Yeah, should we just ask if it was animated? I feel like we should just do that.
That would eliminate
Yeah.
the animation.
It would
yeah.
eliminate
Okay.
what if, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, what was it animated?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Not animated. It's a dude. Tentatively part of a team.
Alright. Does this character fly?
Yes.
Flies.
Falcon.
Moon Knight. Vision.
Moon Knight. Vision, yeah.
It's feeling Vision coded because Vision wasn't technically part of a team in WandaVision. Well, he kind of was, but not officially. Even though he is a former Avenger.
Yep.
Moon Knight's been on teams, but not in the MCU at least.
Right.
Mhm.
So let's see. We got 9 left. Oh no. Every question I can think of rules out like 1 or possibly 2, depending on which way it goes. Because I'm thinking like, was he married? Did he have a cape? Does he have wings? You know, those questions.
Yeah.
All right,
What
Calvin, thanks for coming in.
differentiates them?
Thanks for coming through. Have a good night, man.
Oh.
Later, Loki.
Well, what differentiates them? I guess We know they fly.
Yeah. We could ask if he was in the
has
movie.
a mask.
Well, see,
Yeah, I mean,
'cause-
because that would eliminate Vision if he did have a mask.
yeah, let's go with that. Does he have a mask?
I would say no.
Then it's got to be.
I wouldn't
Well,
call this a mask.
Well, Falcon doesn't have a mask. He has goggles.
But goggles aren't a mask, though. So
Exactly.
yeah.
So he wouldn't call this a mask.
It wraps around his head. The one from the one from Falcon Winter Soldier, it wraps around his head.
Right, but if it covered,
Like-
maybe his
like
nose
Captain
or
America
something.
cowl.
cowl, like a Captain America cowl. That's what it covers,
Except for the top of his head.
except for the top of his head.
But if you remember, Feezy said, I wouldn't call this a mask. Well, Vision doesn't have anything that you would consider a mask. He's just
Right.
colored that way.
Hmm.
Which makes me
Geo's-
think he's talking about Falcon.
Geo suggesting, does he have a split personality? As a question.
No, because Moon Knight has a mask. So it's definitely not Moon Knight.
Field of Burn, does he hang with a raccoon in a tree?
All right, let's see.
Does he use
Well,
wings
then-
to fly?
Yes, I was just thinking. Yes,
Yeah, there we
let's
go.
do that.
Does he use wings to fly?
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go. There it is.
Boom, bam.
Boom, bam.
Yeah.
I'll narrow it down a little bit more. We got enough
Oh.
questions.
Is his name Sam?
Oh, we got 13. Is his first name Sam? Yes.
Does he like green eggs and ham?
That I do not know.
Yeah, there you go. There he is.
Take it
Sir.
down.
That's a boy. Is it Sam Wilson?
It is. I'll give it to you. It's Captain America from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You guys got it there. What was that like in 14 questions there left? I believe. So yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't call this a mask personally, but it's kind of weird.
Nah.
Like it's like he has goggles, but he has like a gambit type of thing. I don't know. What would you?
Yeah, I forget what that thing is called.
So like a cowl. Feel like,
kind of a
kind of
cowl,
call
like
it
a
a cowl.
half cowl.
Well, that's pretty much what Gambit has anyway. I mean, he has the top part
There's
open
a
for his hair.
name
And,
for it though. It's not cowl, but there's something else. Like I've heard an
Okay.
official proper name, but I can't think of what it is. It's some weird ass name that you would have
Yeah.
never heard anywhere else.
Yeah. I can't.
That's how useless it is.
Yeah. What's the point of that? Yeah, you just have his goggles here. Yeah, but
Yeah.
the whole team thing. He was kind of part of a team in the show, right? Paired up with Bucky and Zemo and what's her name? Is it Sharon Carter? Not Sharon Carter. Is it Sharon Carter?
Yeah, Sharon Carter.
yeah.
Sharon, yep.
Right.
Sharon.
Yeah. And then obviously, you can also say, well, then now he's gonna be part of the Thunderbolts, right? And the I think he's gonna be part of that. Isn't he part of that team or no?
He's not part of the
No.
Thunderbolts.
No. But okay.
But
gotcha.
he
No,
is
no, he's not.
he is with another
that's
Falcon though, so
You're right.
he
No,
is
you're
sort
Yeah,
of
there is a new
part of
Falcon. Yeah.
a duo.
separate. Yeah, that's right. I was
Yeah,
getting
in
this
Brave New
confused,
World,
yeah.
Mhm.
And he does have a helmet briefly in that
Brave.
trailer,
He does.
Oh, you're
yeah.
right. Yeah.
With
I forgot
this
about
suit. finally, which makes sense.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's
If
this
he's
man
flying,
breathing?
you
How's
know.
this man breathing?
Yeah. Yeah. Up that high. Yeah. No. So yeah, this is came out 2022. So what was it? 2 years ago. TMS 40. And yeah, the reason I picked this one is because this is another variation. We looked at two different type of
Great figure.
Captain
Yeah,
America type variants, right? We had Iron Patriot, and then we had the stealth suit Cap, and of course there's a variety of other like Captain Americas you can use. So I just, this is another variation of Captain America. So
was
for
right,
those of you
though.
building like a Captain America shelf, right? You can have those three, and then any others, right? I think this would be a cool addition to that. But what were you saying, B?
So I was right. You threw a Captain America at us.
Yeah, you did. I was trying to react to that. I was trying to do my poker face. Yeah. Yeah, good call. Good call. Yeah, but there was a bunch of Captain Americas. I was trying to figure out which one to go with here. But yeah, you have this figure, don't you, Beam?
I did. I sold him off though.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh man,
Damn good figure.
Yeah, I heard good. Yeah, I heard good things about this. This figure.
Yeah, he's
I have
fantastic.
him.
Man.
I love him.
Yeah, he's up there on the
He's
shelf.
so good.
Yeah,
he's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, I've only heard good things.
That wingspan is so majestic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Definitely.
Is it similar to the Falcon figure from Winter Soldier? The wings, how they work.
I remember hearing those wings were short.
Oh,
I've never had that figure, but I remember hearing someone say they were short.
They should do a 2.0 on that one though.
I had for sure. First this Captain
Yeah, same.
America.
Yeah, the head sculpt looks awesome. Yeah, I don't have this figure either, but yeah, this looks good.
This was one of the best reveals when he showed up in that suit.
Yeah.
Man, that was so good.
Yeah.
I got goosebumps just thinking about it. I might watch that after this. Damn.
Yeah, it was a good show. Yeah, this is, I think,
that was
probably
so good.
favorite of my Disney Plus shows. I know a lot of people didn't like this, but I thought it was good, except for the end. Like the final. There's some things I didn't like about the final episode, but overall, it was a good show. I thought.
Yeah, they reshot it because the original plot, I guess, had a pandemic or something, or another some sort of virus or whatever. Yeah. And so they went in a different direction after the pandemic, and so yeah, they had to reshoot everything, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Speaking
of. Yeah, another reason why I picked this is because I just saw it. I didn't confirm this, but I just saw on IG, like one of the posts, that they're that the first screening of Brave New World wasn't received well, and that they're kind of gonna go back and change it, or they're gonna redo it. I don't know. You guys?
Oh yeah, this is like the second. This is like the second time they've had screenings, and it hasn't gone well.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. Like I said, I didn't have a chance to kind of confirm, but that's just what I heard. So take that with a grain of salt. But if it is true, oh man, it's not looking promising. That's not usually a good sign.
Yeah. Oh, the trailers look good though.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
More
look good.
Isaiah Bradley. More of him would be awesome. That looks a little goofy right there.
This right here. I'm hoping they can. I'm still hoping it'll be good. I'm still trying to be.
Same. Yeah, here. Same here.
I still wish it will. Hopefully it comes out good because I wanted to be good. We haven't had a good Marvel movie in a while, so. So hopefully this one kind of changes that, but we shall see. We shall see. But let me see here in the chat what, if anyone. Yeah, some people were guessing Star-Lord. Because the whole flying and the whole mask thing. Yeah, Star-Lord also has kind of like that similar setup, right? Well, no, I guess that would be more of a mask, but still his hair is like open.
Right.
Is exposed.
That would be a mask.
Yeah, I would call that a mask also. Yeah, that's I agree. Let's see here. 14 Watch is saying the goggles are going to be pretty useless for protecting his brain during a crash. Yeah, right? Like, what's the point of that? I don't know. Like, why not just have the goggles? Why have that whole, like...
Exactly. It's crazy.
That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's the part I didn't like about that. But
and they didn't have it in the budget to add a helmet.
Yeah, they only had like change left, and that's how much they can get. Like, how much of a mask can we get with this much? They just put all the change on the table.
Yep. They would have, but they had to reshoot everything, so they're like, get rid of the helmet. They can't do it.
Cut off the top part. Yeah.
I found it. The thing Gambit wears. It's called I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly.
Carapace.
It's called it's called a gorget, I believe is the pronunciation. Gorget.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, I've only ever I heard it recently and I forgot what it was, but after a few minutes of Googling, I found it.
Yeah,
right,
got it.
Right there. It's a
enhance. Oh, okay. Gorget. Yeah, that sounds right.
Gorget. Yep.
It's a gorget. Take off your gorget.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm wrong.
Man.
That's the blue thing that goes around his
False
shoulders.
information. Oh,
Again,
I
take
see.
off your
Dang.
That's
That was
All right, so-
canceled.
balaclava
it's-
or something like that.
It's a face condom. I don't know. Ow.
Yeah. Yeah. Wrap it up. Yeah, 14 Watson says here is the wings on the Sam Wilson cap have amazingly good articulation too. Yeah, that's what I've been
dude.
hearing. Just like overall,
do.
just like a good figure.
Look at that
Yeah.
pose. That pose is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's badass.
Fantastic. Yep.
Now that I have room with these mono cases, there's a pose I've been wanting to do with him where his wings are going up behind him and he's like descending and it looks really friggin'. I don't know if it's in this list or if it's, I think it was maybe just like a blogger photo that somebody
I
did,
see.
but it looked
think I see
really,
that.
really cool.
Like a dive,
Or-
like a straight dive with the wings down.
Like the wings were going back up behind him, but kind of straight back up, not out fan, but like
Right.
kind of,
Yeah, yeah.
you
That's
know?
interesting. Kind of like a
And
dive.
like he was,
yeah, like
and his head was looking down, and his feet were down, and he was like kind of like Superman descending almost
Hmm.
as he was going down. It was
yeah,
it was really
yes. Oh man.
yeah,
that
it was
sounds
very
sick,
very
yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah, I guess I don't have it here, but
Hmm.
yeah. So Jazzy's asking, did he use the super serum for his next movie, or he just a regular bloke that can fly? I'm not sure. I don't remember. Do they show anything like that? I think he's just still like just a regular person.
Nah, he refuses to use the serum. It's
Yeah.
it's a character thing for him. Though it's
Yeah.
crazy to me that he doesn't have the serum. How is he catching that shield? How is he
yeah,
catching
like-
that shield
yeah.
and not losing
It's all
his
practice.
whole upper torso? Like-
Yeah, I think it was all just practice, right? Because remember they had that montage where he was like practicing throwing the
Mhm.
shield.
Yeah, there was a
Falcon
lot
Winter
of
Soldier.
practice. But come on,
Just-
man, that thing is like putting holes in concrete walls, man. And he's
Yeah.
catching it with his bare hands. Nah, man. Nah.
Hey, well,
That-
just like Peter said, right, in Civil War, like that thing doesn't follow the law of physics at all.
Oh yeah.
Shield. Yeah, he's like,
Yep.
that thing doesn't follow the law of physics at all. Yeah, he called him out. Yeah, that was
yeah. Swallow your pride, Sam. Get some super soldier serum. It's all right.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully
They've
they
got a
do
new-
justice though.
So I looked it up. It says it's called a balaclava.
Yeah.
Is it a balaclava? It's a weird balaclava.
Also,
Okay,
also, you know how you say that in English? Ski mask.
No. Ski mask, yeah, just ski mask. Yeah. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
but like his whole face is exposed and his top of his head. Like usually it's
Mhm.
just the eyes, you know. It's
Yeah, like the eyes and the mouth.
and his
right, for
ears
a
are sticking
balaclava.
out. What is this thing for?
No one knows. It's
Yeah.
one of those mysteries. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's no different than Gambit's really, except it comes in closer to his eyes instead of on the cheek area.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
So-
Like we don't. Yeah, I was trying to figure out. Like, yeah, let us know in the chat or in the comments there if you know what that's called. This here, what
Painter's spray
Sam's
stuff.
wearing, or what Gambit wears. That whole like half face covering partial.
like just when these specific regions of my head are cold.
yeah,
we're
just
good.
mostly. Then you can just put on earmuffs, right? Just cover the ears.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, but Gambit ears stick out. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, his ears
Mhm.
stick out here too.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah, his ears are out.
It make no sense. Yeah, look at that. Specifically, do they even cover his ears? Yeah, they just have it almost sticking out.
for-
They had like a ear hole slit there. Yeah,
Ear
that's weird.
holes.
Yeah.
I mean, part of the idea, I guess, is that it keeps his hair from going down his face because he usually has like kind of longish hair. But what
Oh,
about
Gambit,
his
yeah.
neck and his like? Why is it on the side of his face? I don't understand.
Yeah, I think that's a whole another episode there. When we have to like.
You know, it
discuss
was
and
the
figure it out. We
80s.
don't know. Yeah.
You know,
It
Yep.
was. Yeah.
Yep.
his whole costume is a what the fuck moment.
Yeah. They're like, what the hell? Yeah. The comic did look badass in like the animated series, but yeah, translated to live action did not work out so well. But
Yeah.
yeah, you guys did it. You guys got there. You got that figure for Feezy 20. So congrats again.
Yeah, buddy.
Figured out more like 14 questions, I think it was. But yeah, that was the stream. Thank you all for staying. For those of you who stayed throughout the whole thing, I appreciate you as always. Your time, very valuable. I know that's something that I can never pay you back. So it's always greatly appreciated when you're here with us and you stay for this long. And even if you tune in for like a minute just to stop by to say hi, that's still time that I appreciate from all you guys. So thank you again for tuning in. For those catching the replay. We'll as usual, we'll do around the clock here and go through, see what everybody's doing, what they're up to, and if they got anything to plug. Beam, we'll start with you this time. Anything you want to plug or anything you got coming up?
I got a couple of videos coming up. The animated Batman still in editing phase, and then I've got to do a video of Kane from John Wick 4. So that'll be fun. Other than that, we're live on Mondays, so come check us out. That's about all I got. And
All right.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you for coming through as always, man. I always appreciate you coming and stopping by. Hopefully you're able to enjoy your day off, and thanks for ending it by coming on the stream here with us and chatting figures. Blue, what about you? Anything you want to plug or anything you got going on?
No, I pretty much cover it live every Monday, and I get more and more merch things coming through and on the channel as well, so I can go check that out.
There you go.
Other than that,
he's all later. Like Tony's all later.
Yep.
No, how does he sound?
I don't have a peace sign for
yeah.
Looks like a
Later,
zombie.
Jazzy.
He looks like a
He
zombie.
does.
Love you 3000, Jazzy. That's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Zombie Stark.
Mouth
Zombified.
open.
Oh, yep. Custom right there for the zombified zombie Iron Man. Yeah, but friends of the channel, right? You can find Beam's link to his YouTube channel there if you want to check out his channel and all the stuff he's doing. He has some stop motion stuff on there. Awesome work. That takes time. So go show him some love if you're interested in seeing that. If you haven't already, and then like he said, Collector's Figure, where you can find him, Blue, Michael Elliott, Local Lou, and some other guests that pop up every now and then, every Monday are there. Thank you both for coming through. Oh, yep. Nice to see you got Cheddar. How you liking him, by the way, that Cheddarback Chopper?
He's awesome.
Right? Yeah, isn't he
Glad
cool?
I
Isn't it
got
fun just kind of like activate him, just start talking to him?
Yep.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, did you say you plan on like giving him a wash or kind of like painting over him to kind of dirty him up?
Yeah, I haven't figured it out yet, but yeah, I probably will, just to make
Gotcha.
him look more live action.
Yep.
So.
Yep. You saved $200 right there compared to the
Sure
Hot
did.
Toys one.
How tall is he compared to the Hot Toy?
He's like a half an inch taller compared to the Hot Toys Chopper.
He's about normal size to a 6-cup figure,
Wow.
really.
Yeah, so it's pretty close. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't mind that discrepancy, he's pretty close. I think he's a little bit taller when I
Wow.
compared it to R2. He was a little bit taller than R2,
Hmm.
if about the same
Okay.
size. But I think, yeah. And again, like it talks, it animates, it moves. It's awesome. I think it's a fun figure, and it's fun.
I'm
works.
tempted.
It works.
Yeah.
It
I'm
does
very
work.
tempted.
Me too. Me too.
Amazon. That's where I got it from. I think Blue, you got it from there also, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
35
Glad you're enjoying
bucks.
it.
Actually.
Oh, even cheaper than when I got it. Nice. You got a deal.
Oh, damn.
Xman, Dave, anything you want to plug? What do you got coming up or going on?
I'm gonna be ranking Christmas movies with Geo on Saturday, so that's gonna be
nice.
fun.
Good times.
And I'm usually over there on Sundays for the Canon Council, and on occasion I'm hanging out with Ben on Sundays as well. So you might catch me over there too.
All right, there you go. Yeah, like I said, both of those channels are also part of the friends of the channel section there. So Ben Thomas Show and the Movie Canon Geo. If you want to catch more of X-Men's appearances, you can find him on there, like you mentioned. And as for me, again, I will be doing a giveaway in the future as a thank you, as appreciation for reaching 200 subscribers. All those who subscribe, and not only that, but all those who aren't subscribed but who still support me, just watching. There's no pressure to subscribe. So either way, I appreciate you just viewing, supporting the channel in any way, shape, or form. So I'm going to do that maybe after the new year. So I need to make that post and give time for people to kind of enter and just kind of see how I want to organize that. So I think I'll do a giveaway for Hot Talk and then do a separate one for the Figure Lowdown stream. So just keep your eyes peeled on my socials for that. Other than that, like I mentioned, CaliCon 2025. That's another thing I got to put a post up for, but let me know if you're interested. As I said, that's just an event where collectors of the community can come together and just hang out. We have it somewhere based in California. This year it'll be in Northern California, in Tahoe, North Lake Tahoe to be exact. So if you're interested in stopping by there, let me know. I can add you to our group chat that we got going on. And that doesn't mean that's not to say that you're actually going. Even if you're interested and you just want to get information, I can add you to the group chat, and you kind of we're all just talking in there, and I'm giving out information. So that's going on June 27th through the 29th weekend. So that weekend, the last weekend in June, is when that's taking place of 2025. And so, if you're not familiar, Lake Tahoe, North Lake Tahoe in California is just more of like an outdoorsy area. So it's basically we're just going to come together, kind of all share an Airbnb for whoever's interested, or if you guys want to get your own place, we can kind of just, all pitch in, share that, and just hang out, right? Talk figures, watch movies, play games, or go on a hike, or just do whatever, right? Just kind of hanging out. It's just us, like I said, getting to know each other, just hanging out, and an opportunity for us collectors to meet each other and hang out. And not worrying about spending too much money, right? It shouldn't be, for those traveling outside the state, it would be just the flight and then obviously the hotel and or Airbnb. But other than that, food and stuff like that. So it should be relatively low cost compared to, like, say, if we were, last year we had it in LA or anywhere else where a lot of those, the things to do would be more expensive, that kind of cost more money there. Save you some money this year. So we'll see how that goes. But let me know if you're interested, and I can add you that group chat there. But thank you again all for tuning in, for watching. I appreciate it. And with that, like I said, keep an eye on the chats, in the socials for my next stream. And I think that covered everything. So appreciate you all. Have a good night all. Thanks again.